think it's Esau, but it's really not. It's really Jacob. That's very bishop of the thing.
Father Jakes ain't working. Really accelerated this.
Talking about Jacob ain't doing that shit.
Right. Shalom. With the GMS Virginia Hebrew Israelites. Back out here once again to do what we've been called to do. And that's prophesy. Before we get started, like always, want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash, the ones, the elder apostles of Great Millstone, the men who learn the truth from. Shalom, peace and blessings goes out to the hopeful leg of the nation of Israel. Shalom. Stay up, we almost home. We back out here once again, you know, on the side of these people doing what they think is foolishness. But we know our actions are going to lead to a kingdom, right? A place ruled by righteousness, ruled with integrity, ruled upon morals and principles that actually have a sturdy foundation, which all begins with Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Right? Not a society built upon lies, deceit, right? Treachery, robbery,
Unjust laws.
you know, unrighteous decrees, which leads to a society of people that's bugged out of their mind. You got this thing with this guy Travis Scott had a concert, had like a festival, and they said niggas was just dying in this shit because people was just getting trampled over in the crowd. Now, what mind state could you be in to want to be so out of your mind that you want to trample over? You don't even notice you're trampling over. You just in the moment screaming and shouting and shit. Right? Now, some people saying it could have been a sacrifice because the news is saying it was only like 8 people that died. But people that was there were saying like they seen like 100 bodies laid out. But either way, I seen footage during the day. The people they bomb rushed through the entrance gate and was trampling over people. People trying to say, slow up, there's people on the ground. They just kept running through. So these people, the minds of the people are destroyed because as the rulers saw the people. Let's get that 2 Corinthians.
The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 10 and verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal,
It's not from 3.
but mighty through Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua to the pulling down of strongholds.
All weapons are not carnal. All weapons are spiritual. But what is the purpose of our weapons? Because if our weapons aren't carnal, then we can't go to this man and take him down physically. We have to bring down his strongholds. We have to cast down his lies. Because everything that we've been taught has been a lie. Right? We were taught that the supreme power, the ruler of all creation, his name means he is Yahweh. We was taught that he accepts everybody, he forgives everybody, right? He doesn't care about what happens in the past, but the scriptures tell us he's a power that requires that which is past, that he doesn't pardon the iniquity of the sons. In all actuality, he punishes the sons for the iniquity of the fathers. We weren't taught these things growing up in America. We weren't taught anything about nationality. Take us out of the equation, take Israel out of the equation. All of the world's nationalities. I've never heard anything about a Moabite, a Japhite, Edomite, Ishmaelite. All I ever heard was black and white, Chinese, and that was it. You know what I'm saying? But this is supposed to be a place built off the Bible. The Bible being the law of the land, they make you swear on it. You know, they came over here in the name of Christianity. But why haven't we been taught anything significantly from the scriptures? Why don't you even, these people don't even know something as simple as the Lord's nationality? What tribe he came from? What's his heritage? Because lineage is a very important thing. If it wasn't an important thing, then the first book of Matthew wouldn't have listed Yahushua's whole lineage, man. What was you about to say?
Yeah, I was about to say, you know, man, like I say, going back to, America, I was saying, man, up the Bible, but I find it funny, how you say, go go to school, we talk about, I tell my like I said, we was back in the world, talk about God and Christ and stuff like that. But the school says that what church is, like religion and church are separate.
Here they call it separation of church and state. But that's bullshit in itself, because how can a society run if its principles are not based off of the spirituality of the nation? So if you're saying we got to separate church and state, politics and religion, and you allow all these different nationalities to come to America, what is this place based off of? If my next door neighbor is an atheist and I'm a so-called Christian, how can one coexist like that? This motherfucker's in his bedroom giving offerings to Satan. We're in our bedroom giving offerings to what we believe to be the leader of the scriptures. How can a society be ran off that if you're separating church and state? If you don't allow what you call religion to be the foundation principle of a society. Because when you look at every other country that's set up, they all agree upon the same deity. You go to Korea, they believe upon the same deity. You go to China, they believe upon the same deity. You go to India, they believe upon the same deity. You go to Dubai, they believe upon the same deity. So you see the economy is able to run more smoothly without so much violence and divisions. When you come to America, there's so much division and violence. Why? Because the principles on which a society shall be based upon is not instituted. Now, disregard the fact that their gods are false. They have the founding principles of believing on one thing. That's the one common thing that you're supposed to have, being on one accord. Scriptures tell you to walk together lest they be agreed. How the hell can you be holding hands in America and we disagree on every fucking thing? From politics to spirituality, which our Lord tells us not to set up another king from another nation over us. But we can't even have no say in that because we was brought here as slaves. The very fact that you even have an election, it shows you the division in this society. The Democrats, the Republicans, right? Yep. Which goes back to Rome, the plebeians and the patricians, that separatist government, then the Senate, which when you go into the history of Rome, how was Julius Caesar, which he was the first main emperor of Rome, how was he taken out? By the Senate.
By his best friend. By
his own people within the Senate. Which shows you the treacherous nature of this damn devil Esau, the so-called white man. They had division, well, because first it was they called it the triumvirate. It was Mark Antony, Julius Caesar, and Pompey. All right, they were like the three heads, but they couldn't coexist as one because he wanted all for himself, right? That's why one of his sons' name, one of Esau's sons' name was Eliphaz, which means what? My God is gold. He's the real nigga. He's the real greed demon. His soul cannot be satisfied. Get up and have a thing, just hold it. Yeah. His soul cannot be satisfied. And Jake has learned those attributes. Right? That's why the triumvirate was broken up any goddamn way. Julius Caesar, he decided that I'm gonna be the emperor. Once he became the emperor from defeating the rest of the guys, guess what? He propped himself up to be a god. Why? Because his soul cannot be satisfied. Here it is, you done won the leadership position, now you gotta be a god. And that's why the Senate took his ass out, because they had enough of it. But then the next emperor that came in was just like Octavian, then after him, and it kept going down the list. He's the real nigger. He's the real nigger. And I did a lesson on that, and they took it down. Maybe I should have made the title nigger. That should have changed the title. But sometimes you get fed up, man. You just want to call it a spade, you know? And Jake, the tribes, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, they have learned those attributes. Gimme. Mine. You know, selfishness, greed, pride. You know, everything is about your ego. That's why when you come into this truth, you gotta be born again. And we tell brothers, you can't be basing shit off of what you think is right in your ego, because we're all men, we all got pride. We all can find a scripture that benefits our purpose. But does it benefit the flock of Yahweh Shalom Shah? Or does it only benefit you and what your point you want to get across? Guys fail to miss the bigger picture on things because they still got that worldly mind state of themselves, only thinking about themselves. The Lord Himself said, "Look, if I lose one sheep, do not have to leave the fold and go get that one." Because He's concerned with the whole body, the flock, the whole mission, the whole purpose. It's not just about oneself in this thing. You take yourself out of the equation, we become one now, and it's about furthering the body of Yahweh Shemel. You know, it's not about furthering our own mission. That's Esau's mindset. Furthering his own mission. That's why they have division right now in the NATO, European Union, America, Britain, because even though they work together on certain things, they all want to further their own wicked aspirations. They all have a plan in their back pocket. It's like they go to these meetings, the G20, the summits. They shaking hands and waving at the cameras, where they all got something tucked in their back pocket, like this nigga slip up, I'ma fucking trump over him. That's how they look at it as. What does the scriptures tell us? Eventually, that's what's going to happen. The allies of America are going to turn their back to this place. Just like with this whole digital currency thing that's about to take hold on the face of the planet. You got China, Russia, all these countries so-called dumping the dollar, which they can't. They can dump the dollar in certain areas, but they can't dump the dollar completely because the dollar is the world reserve currency. You dump the dollar completely, you become a third world country. You can't deal in shit major. So you can dump it in certain aspects. But and since they know that, they still got to deal with the devil with a fake grin. They meet with each other and they this motherfucker. They shake, they shake hands and shoot. And that's why they feel like the digital currency is the way out of the devil's hand. Okay, I'm gonna get this digital currency. We're gonna have our own. But they don't realize that's gonna be a trap too. They're gonna realize, oh shit, these demons are controlling this shit too. We can't get out of this motherfucker's grip. Because they don't understand the Lord gave him Job 9:24. It was given unto him. It wasn't given unto Moab. So they're going to be like, we can't get out of his grip. Just like we can't get out of slavery on our own, they can't get out of his financial grip. Because the Lord is dealing with him on that level. And once they find that out, they're going to lose it. Shoot the nukes. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Because these nations will be damned if they go into digital age and they're still under that same subservient system under Esau. They gonna because they realize, oh hell no, it's gonna be another century of us under. Oh hell no, this ain't why we've been building our nation. Shoot the nukes. They would rather shoot nukes than allow this devil. That shows you how wicked the so-called white man is. When you think about it, they would rather shoot nukes than allow this man to rule another 500, 600 years. They like, hell no. Press the buttons. Everybody see him as the devil, but they're still dealing with him because they think they have a way out. But once they find out that they've been deceived by the devil, because that's how it works, they're going to proceed with you.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's why the scripture says what? That the Lord should have all these nations in derision, man. You know what I mean? Especially when that World War III pop up, man. Because like, remember what we said before? Yeah. I mean, because what? They believe that what? They're going to be nuked. It's like what? They believe that they're going to be the next superpower, man. You mean like the brother did a video, man, about Moab, man. Because what? Moab is what? What did the Lord say? Moab is a prideful nation, man. You know? That's why what? What? They're talking all that shit. Basically, like I said, to America, because what? They're the ones that clean it at their debt. How you say, they're the ones that make shit for them and all this other stuff. And, like I said, everything comes from China and all that stuff. So they believe that, how you say, since they got America's debt, they can do whatever they want. But not realizing, like I said, that's the Lord really doing that.
And a certain level of pride ain't bad. You can have a certain level. It's a good thing to pride in the nation you come from. We represent our nation, That's why, when they say white power, you don't get mad about that. They take pride in where they come from. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to take pride in our true heritage.
Because in America, they say that being a racist is a bad thing. But actually, racism is actually a good thing. Because what? You believe in your, like I said, in your own nation, man. For what superiority, man. Of course, like I said, to a nation, like I said, we are superior. So that makes us racist. I remember somebody made a quote. They're saying, what do you call a piano? Like, what do you call a person that likes a piano? A pianist, right? Pianist. Yeah, pianist, right? And like I said, we call it music, right? Museum, right? Something that they think it's the same concept, man. But of course, like I said, America, like I said, they turn, like I said, they turn words into their own demographic or something like that, roughly paraphrase. How they feel like, so how you say, they make said, every person on this earth, like I said, has some type of racism in them, whether they wouldn't believe it or not. You know, like say when they watch sports, right? They believe that what their nation, you know, whatever is going to win against another nation. Yeah.
World Cup, all that shit.
Yeah, come on. Yeah.
This is when pride goes left. When you take pride over what the will of the Father is. Matter of fact, stay in that chapter, drop down to 16, read 16 and 17.
Come. The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 10 and verse 15. 16. To preach the gospel in the regions beyond you, and not to boast in another man's line of things made ready to our hand.
Okay.
But he that glorieth, let him glory in the Lord.
Okay.
For not he that commandeth himself is approved, but whom Yahweh commendeth.
So we take glory in the Lord. We boast in the Lord. You know? So yeah, you can take pride in your nation. Don't let it be against the will of Yahweh Shemashah. Because at the end of the day, Edomite, you can take pride in your nation all you want, but you still on the side. Moabite, you can take pride in being a Moabite, but you was solely created to serve the Israelites. An Israelite, you can take pride in being an Israelite, but you can still be a wicked Israelite. You gotta boast in the Lord's will. And right now, the Lord's will is for us to give up a sacrifice. That's why you see us out here doing what to the eye of these people in this current world is foolishness to them. But that's a beautiful thing. You gotta realize we're in a different world right now. We're not in the world of the kingdom of heaven. Even the Lord said himself, if this was my world, his servants will fight. These people are supposed to look at us as strange. If they look at us as them, as one of them, then we're off. We're wicked. Because these people are wicked. They're indulging themselves in their own aspirations and their own lusts. We've been put down here as vessels to serve the Lord, period. In a world that's full of wickedness, in the valley of the shadow of darkness. Death have compassed us about, like Job said. We're in literal hell. Preaching the gospel of Yahweh Shemashah. So to the naked eye, these people look at us as fools. They look at us as contrary to them, but it's supposed to be contrary to them. These are people that will go to a concert and die to worship a performer who don't give a fuck about them. You know? We should be on the same wavelength and the same trajectory as these people in this world. We should be on the total opposite spectrum. That's why there's the wide gate, the wide that leads to destruction, and the narrow that leads to salvation. Few there be there fine. We shouldn't all be on the same road as these people. Go back to verse 4. Come.
Jumping back up to verse 5. Casting down imaginations and
down imaginations. Everything in the society these people believe upon is their own imagination. What they believe to be true, but it ain't backed upon no facts. It damn sure ain't based upon the scriptures. And that is made evident anytime anybody comes up here and tries to debate us, which we don't try to get in debates. But if you try to debate us, we're gonna debate you because the scripture debate that cause, right? Hey, we're up here to cast down these strongholds. You know, but these people come with their wild imagination. Oh, God loves everybody. What is that based on? A Hollywood movie? You know what I'm saying? Because where in the scriptures does it say God loves everybody? He's killed babies. He's killed animals. He's killed women, old people. He's killed other nations. He's killed people of his nation. To say that his love is just endless, has no boundaries, you know, you're crazy.
Yeah.
There's conditions to that love. Yahweh Shah said, you are my friends if you do what I say. He didn't say you my friends because you my brother. You my brother. We friends, shalom. He said you my friend if you do what I say. Go feed the sheep. You know what I'm saying? And that's how a king is supposed to run his kingdom. A king, when a king knows that he's right, and he knows his way is the right way, he ain't supposed to be goddamn, you know, trimming his way to to appease you. That's why the scripture say the Lord is not a respecter of person. He already know his way is right. He not about to goddamn
Explain himself.
debate with you and explain, don't do what the fuck I say, or I'm gonna put you to death.
Yeah.
Because he already knows his way is the right way. But here you come blimp in the universe, you just suspect and you foaming at the mouth trying to get your point across. And the Lord looking at, because contrary to what these people think, we're mouthpieces of the Lord. You know, if we continue in that, that's to be seen. But right now, we are the mouthpieces of the Lord. So when you speak against us, you speak against the Lord. So the Lord looks at you as speaking against us and like, okay, well, that is it. I sick the prophets out. I'm not about to. You think the Lord will come off his throne? The earth is footstool. You think he gonna say, oh, okay, you don't want to listen to him? All right, let me get off my throne. I'll be back. I'll be back, and I'm gonna go prove to them that I exist. You know, that's crazy. And then that would defeat the whole purpose of the movement. If the Lord just came and just proved us, that would defeat the whole purpose of what we're doing.
Just to back you up, you see what happened, right? During the time of Moses, right? When people wanted to talk to the Most High, you see what happened, right? What happened?
Moses, you look
Yeah, there you go. That's it. There you go.
Yeah, they were too scared.
They had their wish, right? So it was, okay, bam. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That's all.
We gotta go through this. We gotta go through this journey that the Lord has written in His book. All right, the fall of the sons of the power, the different captivities we had to go through, the prophecies that was prophesied to happen that have come to pass and still yet to come to pass. We are playing out this story, man. I wish that shit was shut the fuck off. We are playing out the prophecies, man, as they unfold. We are living in the last of the last days.
And of course, it's evident. You know, like I said, like I said, it's not rocket science. It's like I said, any person knows that. You know, you can tell. I mean, look at Esau, man. Like I said, even though I say Esau and that Christian, bullshit, but at the end of the time, I say they can see it, man. You know, I say they can see their own downfall, right? It's not a coincidence. Like I said, if that wasn't the case, these Edomites wouldn't be in an uproar, right? They still be living that comfortable place. They don't even worrying about damn thing, just living their life, man. You know? But as you can see, their freedoms are being basically taken away, man. You know, and they feel it because their time is up, man.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah. Like I said, you add on to it, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, the reason why these Edomites will start, getting in an uproar is because it's now affecting them.
Yep.
Yeah. And it goes back to him being a nigga. Because as soon as Esau doesn't get his way, he crashes. You see it in them as children. They put on a big ass tantrum. Let no Emily not get something. She gonna fucking act a goddamn animal. In front of the children, and thousands of people. She got. And then when they become adults, they do the same shit. I gotta wear fucking mask. I'll fucking sue this whole fucking life. They put on them tantrums because they would.
That's a Karen right there.
They're not like. Hey, the scriptures tell you they're not troubled like other men. They were raised differently from us. When we got situations, we gotta ask them because we knew whether you had a bad parent in the household or a good parent, they still beat you. That's just something that was instilled in us, in the spirit of our people. You do something wrong, even if your parent was a crack addict or a good, they would still beat you with it, knowing even if they was wicked, because that was just something they instilled in them. That was instilled in them. Beat your ass and shit if you do shit wrong. Esau didn't get that shit. Esau didn't get no switch. Go put the switch off. Go get an ironing cord. They didn't get that shit. So they grow up and they feel entitled because they already live in this. That's what we say. Y'all cannot come to us and tell us how we should feel or try to feel like you know what's going on. You cannot know the place of the oppressed. If your nation is the oppressor, how can you become close to understanding that? There's too many levels and layers of things that we have been through, too many things that's been instituted in this system to keep us down and enslaved. You have no idea from the first instance of us being captured from our land. You don't even know what we was took it for you to even speak on it. And for you to speak on it, it goes back to your entitlement. They get something don't go their way, they put on even as serial killers. Their serial killers feel like they're in the right. Real shit. Look at some of these interviews of these Edomite series. They really feel like they're in the right because their cause was justified. You know, Jacob or something. Yeah, I was a wicked nigga. I did it. I killed that nigga. I killed some more. You set me free. He'll be trying to justify the shit. You know.
And some, like I said, hey, basically in some cases he be getting away, man. With what? A bribery.
Yeah, man, this nigga Ted Bundy, I always speak about, but this nigga Ted Bundy was his own lawyer.
Yeah, he was.
This nigga's trial, he's up there breaking down, and this nigga raped and murdered a plethora of women. But that shows you, hey, you got that Habakkuk?
Yeah.
That's good.
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse, I'm going to start from verse 4. And it says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
This nigga ain't right. From the least of them to the very top, right? They got these secret societies, they got these pedophile places, pedophile rings and communities. They got shops set up as a front where they selling items, but in the back they got organs for sale. You go past the curtain, it's organs and hearts and livers and shit. These people are out of their fucking mind on every possible level. And it be low-level Edomites doing that shit. Governors, right? Your sheriffs, your judges. You can only imagine what the top leaders of this society who never, keep in mind, they haven't worked for centuries, right? A little close to hard that is for money. They got that old money. We're talking about centuries of people that have not worked. Lineages. They have not had to work. Money, they got money that go back to a different age. That's, you can't even fathom that. You know?
God, it makes sense. Like I said, just to back you up, just to make it real quick, because it's not a coincidence. Every time, like I said, brothers have worked big places where you'd be surprised. Like I said, you go in these backwood areas that, you know, like I said, you know, where the average person don't work, they got these nice houses with bricks and then, like I said, just my opinion, like I said, I always think in my head, it's like, how did they get this? How did they get those houses?
And those are low-level Edomites, you know?
Now, mind you, like I said, the jobs that we get, quote-unquote, decent, you know, decent jobs, whatever, but even that, you know, like I said, it takes time. You know, mortgages take like, what, 200 grand, and even how you say you do have a good job, but at the same time, how you say you still can't reach that level that these Edomites can, man.
Yeah, okay.
It don't make no sense, but like, of course, it's the curse, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's right, it's the curse. You look at the Rothschilds, but even before the Rothschilds started this great mission with these central banks, who was involved? Great Britain. Those royal families over there in England, those dukes, all right? They got all that money from the Renaissance period. Those families from the Renaissance period on in to this day, that's the same money. You know, they kept that same lineage, passing that shit all the way down. That's why I say, yo, the riches are corrupted. Look at some of them dudes. I've looked at dudes that you wouldn't even, if you seen them in Walmart, you wouldn't even know who they is. But they're dukes, top elitist dudes that just fell in the money, you know, over there in England, right?
And I noticed too, like I said, you know, like I said, these rich elites, how you say it, I'm talking about not super elites, but I'm talking about, you know, like Bill Gates and all that stuff, like the clothes that they were just like regular human clothes. So you'd be surprised, like I said, you may see a millionaire walking in Walmart that you don't even know, man. And like I said, those on social media that this basically this was the age he said, basically, like I said, you know, he shop at Walmart, Target, and he's a regular person, you know, just like I said, he buy cheap clothes and all that stuff, man. Like buy old cars. Like I said, they even buy old Fords. Yeah, to be honest with you, man, because look, they smart with their money, man. They're not like us, Jake, because of course, like I said, I used to be in the spirit, I used to like good fashion and all that stuff, but like I said, these Edomites are not built, you know, like I said, that fashion and stuff.
Well, it really, I'm gonna let you know the point, but it really goes back to that nigga mentality. It ain't that they don't want to buy flashy shit, because they do buy flashy shit, but they harbor it. They harbor their money, they harbor their gold, they harbor their jewelry. They have all that shit. They have the stones, the precious stones that you find on the earth. Who you think got all that stuff? They got it. The jewelry, they got all the real shit. Jake ain't got shit. They just harbor just to look at it. They're greedy, you know?
Yeah, all I was gonna say was, you know, our spirit in that respect is different too. Jake wants to be flashy with nothing, you know, and you know those Edomites, don't have the swag we do. That's why, you know, scriptures say that we are the salt of the earth.
Beautiful.
I was looking online today. It's a gold opal ring, $4,000. The bezel is just opal in the ring, and it's gold around it. And the way it looked like some futuristic cameras. I said, damn, he already got this shit. He so got all this shit, man. That's why we're gonna have to take it from him. I'm talking about this look like some Thor, Asgard jewelry. I'm a saying, brothers and sisters. It's crazy, and they got this shit, man. It's thousands of dollars for a ring. Shit, Jake don't have the money to spend on it, you know? So who you think got it? Edomites.
Jake don't even know about the opals and all that stuff.
Exactly.
Gentlemen,
Like the rich
how are you
celebrities.
today?
The rich celebrities, what you'll see them wear, diamonds, gold, what they call gold. You know what I'm saying? Fake shit. They don't go into precious stones, and you know what I'm saying? You got precious stones that's hundreds of thousands of dollars that these jakes don't even concern themselves with, because they ain't a low. Even when they get so-called rich, which some niggas ain't rich. You got this nigga Kanye, he's a billionaire now. Oh, they're talking about the 12 tribes of Judah. Like, what sense does that make? But like the elders in Dallas said last night, we all can become multi-billionaires, and we wouldn't even move an inch up in the race of the financial race.
But like you said before, Esau being a nigga, because I find it funny. Like I say, Esau has the funds to wear all these Vaseline shots, but you telling me that you can't help the homeless? You know what I mean? Like I said, you just put the pieces together, but again, that's a damn double. Because what? It says inhabit to what? He is what? As hell, and there's no what? Not a sacrifice, man. Like I said, he's what? A harbinger, man. You know? That's something. I mean, that's something that a wicked would do, because even like I said, of our nation, the poor, how you say, you're supposed to give, I think, what, 10% roughly paraphrase? Right? According to the law, man.
But even within that, that's what the whole society we need a whole new rulership. Because let's look at the homeless population, for instance. You got people that actually want to be homeless, so you got to count the percentage of the homeless that don't want you fucking with them. They want to just be left in nature. They want to be left out. Then you got to count the fact of the homeless that you give them money and they destroy themselves with it.
Nah, that's true.
You know, the drugs, alcohol. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right.
So in a society that's wicked, you could give institutions to homeless people and give people money, but people are going to destroy themselves with
Nah,
it.
that's true.
Because society is wicked. Everybody's just going to try to fulfill it. Just give everybody $1,000,000. People destroy themselves.
Nah, that's true.
They'll be doing all type of abominable acts. So I see why the Lord has that balance, which it all goes back to a false balance. The Lord has the rich, he has the poor. That's just how he has it. And there is no such thing as a middle class. You have the rich, and you have the poor. That's how it is. All right, you call it the rich, we poor. Ain't no middle class, lower class, and all that. We all poor, and the elites of the society are the rich. That's how it's real.
Not part of that 1%.
Yeah, in the kingdom, we're going to be the rich. Everybody else is going to be poor. You know, we're going to be the lender. They're going to be the borrowers. Okay? What shows you there's not going to be no middle class, but when this dollar will close, what's going to happen to the middle class? But no, it's just going to, they always say the middle class is going to be obsolete.
Yeah.
But why is that? Because it was never a thing in the first place. That shows you were just living paycheck to paycheck any goddamn. They say you a paycheck away from being on the street. You're poor. You know?
And on top of that, you don't own anything to what? Everything is what? Based off credit, man. You know? Credit, mortgages, loans, and all that stuff.
Well, they
like
can come take it. They can come take it away from you.
Yeah.
You don't own anything somebody can take away from you. They can take repo your car, repo your house.
And you got what? Property tax.
Your children,
Yeah, they can take your children away.
your children even on the stock market, and they ain't even born yet.
Shit, they can take you away from your wife. Your wife will basically say you crazy. Put them in the goddamn. That what happened with the His wife called the goddamn people up. Said this nigga was talking about conspiracy theories about the serpent juice. Put the nigga in the nut house, man.
Oh yeah. For the
You would even own yourself. Birth certificate.
Yeah, birth certificate, Social Security. Yeah.
We didn't make that shit. We didn't come out the womb. Where's my birth certificate? We didn't do that shit. And they're wise with their craftiness, because you're not even able to speak for yourself. They get your thumbprint, your footprint. How you know I want you to put my print there? They make your parents sign up, get a guardian to sign up for you. All before you can even utter your first words, they do this shit.
That's why, like if you kill somebody, and you gotta go to court, it's you against the state because you're the property of the government.
Yeah. They'll tell you that. You'll see that as the court case. State versus state versus. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, man. You don't even own yourself.
Damn.
Before you can even walk or talk, these motherfuckers put you in the system. That's bullshit. But it shows you entered into their world. You entered into their kingdom. Boy, you just talking about you free. You ain't free, nigga. You're not even supposed to be doing that shit. Lord, you making a census of the people is wicked. You're not supposed to try to number all the people on the earth. Only the Most High is supposed to be in control of that. He tries to do that though, try to figure out every goddamn body. That's why he wanted to have everybody on the digital base, the metaverse. You a giraffe. I'm a regular nigga though. But you always wanted to be a giraffe in life. That's just, you got people like that.
Yeah,
you had that nigga that on that show that wanted to be a dog, that nigga up there with a dog, but he dead ass serious.
Yeah.
He got a dog costume on, but he's dead serious. People laughing at him, but this nigga's like, no, nigga, I'm a dog.
Yeah.
I'll bite you if you've attacked me.
They got that thing called Yatra on the Oculus thing, man. Like I said, man, like I said, you can be Halo, Crash Bandicoot, Gundam, Master Chief, like I said, anything you want on that virtual chat, man. Like I said, they got it, man.
That shit is wicked. That's why all this that video game shit is actually wicked. Because it takes you away from life. You know what I'm saying? Life, now you do it for, I ain't saying you wicked if you play video, that ain't what I'm saying, but I'm saying the whole concept of it is wicked. Because it's contrary to life. And it's bad to your health. And you got when you sit in the crib all day, you know what I'm saying? When you get out in nature, you feel better. When you get outside and you do things, you move around, you feel better. When you sit inside all day, just stand at you, you get headaches,
Still working out.
you get stiff necks, stiff joints, you feel more sluggish. And you weren't meant to be like that. You're meant to be out and about. But life is so fucked up. You go out and about, you can't get the bullets and goddamn like that. You go to the mall, nigga just start spraying. You know? Or you may not even know where to go or what to do. Because everything's so restricted and cut off. And we're so cut off from knowledge of things. You know? It's this guy, what's the name of his channel? Wilderness Cookies. He just out there just cooking all type of meats. He got like 10 sons. He was out there in the wilderness. I'm listening to his video. He made, it's the title is called Cook Your Meat in the Summer. Cook your meat in a glass jar in the summer and eat it in the winter. He strains the whole animal off. He shows it's peaceful as fuck. He got the calm music. He's just got the animal up and taking the legs off. He's doing the whole process. But even from that, Jake, we tell us to goddamn catch a lamb, put a time up, and get the. We wouldn't know where the fucking start. We wouldn't know how to do that shit the proper way. For one, catch the shit. Jake would be like, oh shit. And some Jakes would be like, oh shit, this nigga gonna bite me? What the fuck? A lamb. He wouldn't know. This shit gonna bite me. You know? But they actually catch, that's our heritage. You get a lamb, you actually supposed to go look for salt. You're supposed to get a lamb. First, get them, you know, and you're supposed to, that fur, you're supposed to get all that off. Jake would be like, this shit tough, squirm and shit.
Like, hurt the land.
Yeah, we've been so far down from we are as a man. You know what I'm saying? Being out in nature, we always go into how Esau was a hunter. We used to hunt too. Esau is obsessed with it. He does it in a wicked way, but we're hunters too. That's in man's nature to hunt. We hunt women, we hunt food, we hunt land. We go out and conquer. Esau ain't no fucking hunter, man. That's part of us too. Going out and conquering, man. You know? But we've been totally taken away from that. Everything. We just subsidizing these cities, these fucking metropolitan places where everything is just frying your goddamn frequencies. They just frying your brain, dumbing you down. Just internet alone, social media alone. Just imagine how dumb the people have got. I'm an island boy, island. Just look how dumb the people have gotten just from social media alone. Forget them knowing anything about nature. They don't even, they can just be born all over again. Because their brain is fried.
Like I said, Facebook was down. Anytime it goes down, these people lose it, man. These people lose it. So anytime you know burn over, like I said, internet, like I said, they say you can't last the internet without a day. There's so many days and weeks. I say let alone a month, man. Like I said, people gonna lose, man. People they're being, hey, Esau is a wise. Hey, Esau's craft. Like I said, you gotta give Esau credit for what he's done to the people.
And it gets worse and worse. Because TikTok took it to a whole nother level because people love music, people love rhythms. So what's better than just putting dumb shit behind music? And then everybody just out there doing dumb shit, and it just frying. And before you know it, like I caught when it first came out, which I've stopped. You know what I'm saying? I haven't done TikTok in a minute, but when I first started looking at it, I caught myself like an hour passed. I was like, what the fuck? Just scrolling on this shit. An hour had passed. I was like, whoa, that shit had you. You know how the cartoons had like the eyes with the swirls and the shit, you get hypnotized. You don't realize it, but your brain is just entrapped in that shit. So imagine a nigga in the world that's 4 hours all day. Then he jumped to Instagram, 2 more hours.
And Facebook. Now mine, like I said,
It's crazy.
like I said, it's great. Like I said, just like I said, you'd be surprised how much time you consume when you be on social media. Man. Time to go, like you said, you got 4 hours. Like you say, I say, it don't even feel like you're on 4 hours because, like I said, you go on social media, you just sit back. Like I said, you see the two differences. You just sit back for 4 hours, and then you be on social media hours. It's just crazy how time be occupied so fast like that.
And that shows you how that we're at the end because even 50 years ago, 80 years ago, people used to have to go search for things. Knowledge. You have to go to the library. You used to have to read if you wanted information. If you wanted to go somewhere, nigga, you needed a map. Nigga, you needed a map.
Yeah.
And going further back in time, you need a compass. Because niggas ain't have maps like that. You better know your north from your west and your south. And you better learn your landmarkers. Because if you gotta go back, you better know what the hell you looking at. So you can remember which way you came. That was living. That was real life. That's why people didn't used to journey off too far. Communities and villages were tight knit because people you couldn't just wander off. You might end up in a goddamn enemy territory. Who you? People that just wandered. Nowadays you can just travel across the whole globe. You got everything because you got GPS. You know, I'm in a whole different country. I'm more than focused on it. You know what I'm saying? Just like I'm here. It was like I didn't even leave America. The only thing different was the language. Because everything's so convenient. I need to reserve this. Thank you. Oh, I don't know where to go. Oh, let me look it up. You know what I'm saying? Everything is just so tightly knit to keep you dependent upon the system. So once he starts stripping these institutions and these systems that have catered to you basically and have dumbed you down, what are you going to do? That's why it's all about balance. It's all about balance. You can look at the bullshit, but make sure you balance it out with the, shit that's substantial information. You know what I'm saying? Look at some shit that can benefit you in life, in actual life. Don't just spend all day looking at women shaking their ass. You know how many dudes, 90% of men just look at women on the internet and don't even know how to talk to women in real life. You know? And then the women don't even know how to talk to a man in real life because she's been taught, not only is a man supposed to come to you, but you're the queen, so you're supposed to
expect.
No, nigga, I don't want you. You're supposed to play the chase catch game with. Everything's totally thrown the fuck off. Why? Because everybody's living life through a goddamn device. 50 years, 60 years ago, women understood, no, if a man come to me, it's an opportunity for me to build a family, he's going to provide for me, and, because it wasn't just, you can get on your social media page, Ray in your DM. No, that have a man come up to you that, you're like, oh, sure, okay. He had the confidence come to meet me he really liked. That's why there was more families back then, because the communities were more tight-knit. It wasn't so much branching out. She couldn't just catch a fight in Washington or have dreams about moving to another state to go meet another dude. No. She knew she was going to have a substantial marriage and family. She had, the men in her community and city was that's who she had the pickets from. And the one that got there first was basically the one that was going to be there, Now these women they could turn you down and fly to Cali, anything in Cali, talk to someone on the internet. It's crazy. This place has got to be taken down, man. There's so many levels and elements of just confusion all of it is out of order. You know, nobody's being taught anything about life. And that's what the Lord said he had set before us. I set before you this day. Lord, in Moses, he gave Moses the commandments, which we find out. And when you go into that, you know it wasn't even on actual stones, right? Like actual, it was on actually on sapphire stones that you could see. You know? So that's heavy. But even going back to that, when he had the stones, he said, look, the Lord said, I set before you life and death. Choose this day for life. But what did we choose? Death. So the food is death. The music is death. You know, I was watching a clip of on the internet. This dude, he was recording himself at the motel. Young dude, probably in his early 20s. And I guess he was causing a ruckus at the motel, so they sent the security to go get him, to remove him off the premises. So he says to the camera, and the security's like, come over here, you know what I'm saying? So he pulls out the gun and starts chasing the security. He kills the security, and then shoots himself. But guess what music was playing in the background? That Chicago murder music, you know? That killing and shooting and pop out, you know, that shit that fucks up your mind, huh?
I got a quick reset.
Just like you had this dude Kanye and this. Now I watched basically the whole shit, and he's all over the place. Of course that nigga's bugged out, but he said he was saying a lot of shit though. And he was explaining how the frequencies in music do fuck with you. It cause you do shit. That's why when you listen to Edomite music, we don't like it, but listen to that upbeat shit. Katy Perry and Taylor Swift.
I kissed the girl and I liked it. You know, shit like that.
You know.
A lot of Edomite girls actually felt like actually did that shit, man. I heard that.
No, but I'm talking about turn on the pump station and listen to the frequency of the music.
Okay.
Listen to how upbeat it is and how uplifting it is. It gets you in a good mood. You may not like it, but you're like, you don't want to just shoot a nigga.
Okay.
But turn on the hip hop station. Shake your ass, bitch. Fuck this nigga. Kill this nigga. They push you in that mind state of falling. So you can just on music alone, you can see they're not under the curses. Because their music is positive. You know, even their country. We're gonna go out tonight and have a drink and just have that. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Us, it's always it's either woman worship in the music, killing your brother, envying your brother, woman get naked and shake your ass, show you preaching. We the only people who look at their wars, all women up there, just naked, performing. Damn, what is this? Ass up to these other sheep. You know?
Then she signed something. She said, first thing she said is not supposed to be.
Yeah,
like,
walk. Let it walk. That's a disgrace as a nation.
That's what? All these nations look at us as what? Nothing, right? But these niggas, listen, wetbacks and sex objects and criminals, thugs.
These niggas, we look at these niggas, and that's what we ain't like the most. We ain't like the Lord, because the Lord got mercy. That's why that's because if it was up to us, we'll put Jake back in chains. We're like, y'all niggas, because here it is, these niggas, you went through all this Jim Crow, all the lynches, and just to say why. That's why you can't tell us the Lord not mercy. Because look what Jake does when they get liquid. The Lord shows you, okay, I'm gonna take you out of chains. Y'all still gonna be in slavery, but I'm gonna take you off the chains and let y'all get free. And look what Jake do. And look at it. What happened when they fled Egypt?
They murmured.
They started worshiping a goddamn deity, a false deity, and shit. Getting loose and shit. And Moses came down for we're gonna get there. But what you talking?
Okay, yeah, I want to get Daniel 7:25.
Go ahead.
This is Daniel chapter 7, verse 25, and it says, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and to think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until the time of time and the dividing of times. You know, and as you see what this devil has done, right? He changed the laws, statutes, and commandments, the times, the season, everything. Everything is out of whack, man. And you see what this damn devil has done to our people, right? When they give them a little bit of recess, a little bit of liberty, you know, especially the women, right? They say everything's out of order, man, according to his law, man. You know, that's what everything's out of order. That's why what? Our people are destroyed, man. You know, that's what the scripture says in Isaiah. It's what? The whole head is sick, man. You know? our people are destroyed, man. You know, that's why the scripture also says what? Ye are your father the devil, the lust of the father you will do. You know? What? Our people, like I said, that's what? The scripture says also what? Our people have overpassed the deeds of the wicked, man. You know? Hey, some of our people be more flamboyant by being homosexual more than these other nations, man. You know?
Well, look, who's the main face of homosexuality now? All people. Little Nas X. They made him the face of being a homo. When in actuality, Edomites are the most homosexual nation on the planet. But they made all people the face of homosexuality. Why is he the biggest homosexual artist? This nigga he bigger than Elton John.
And
This nigga did a video, he coming on a pole, giving a lap dance to Satan.
And now mind you how, like I said, the media is popping on about what? Gave him awards all of a sudden. You remember, let's say the first thing he did was Moses Malone, right? He was popular at that one moment, continued to the fame thing. Next thing you know, right? He died down a little bit. Next thing out of nowhere, right? He came back up, like I said, he did that thing, and all of a sudden, right? And then put still promoting it.
And he's in a commercial with one of the Rothschilds, one that looked like Jesus, one that looked like Jesus Christos. He's in a commercial. In the commercial, they ain't even showing you shit. All you see Lil Nas X, one of the Rothschilds. So it shows you who brought this nigga up. Yeah. So the Rothschilds have a hatred for us, man. Yeah. The Rothschilds, their whole plot and plan is to destroy us. Everybody else don't know what the fuck going on. But the Rothschilds, they're literally trying to destroy us, man, as a people. Everything they have done was to keep us destroyed. The pharmaceutical companies, we thought NyQuil and we thought we was taking medicine. Oh, the baby got a cold, give him NyQuil. And that shit, you really, like this and shit, you really high. You really high on fucking chemicals.
Yeah.
Oh, why you think Jake be drinking that shit? Cough syrup.
Yeah, you might as well just give him cardio some shit.
Yeah, they call it scissor. But your mama he needs some NyQuil. The baby, he got snot coming out his nose. Don't give him no ginger, turmeric, honey. Don't give him no oregano oil. Don't give him none of the herbs that'll clear him out like that.
Okay.
Just give him some NyQuil. The mucus still all in your system, but you in the bedroom, Looney Tunes on you. Dozing off and shit with snot coming out your nose.
Snot bubble.
Snot bubble. Ain't none of the mucus coming out of it. You just dozing the fuck off. And now you got dry snot under your fucking. You see it all the time, little badass people with the dry snot. Because you ain't clearing the mucus out. You just making the baby doze off with chemicals, man. There was a whole plot by the devil.
Colin, if I may say this, even the women took care of their kids different back then. These women nowadays don't know how to care for a child with a runny nose.
At all.
You know, I remember growing up, you can go to the pharmacy and you know they got this suction thing, you know, your mama stick up your nose.
Oh yeah, with a big ball in there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
These pack.
They don't even do that now.
No.
They don't even do that now.
Hey, some of them just take you straight to the doctor.
Yeah. It's crazy. These women don't know how to care for their children.
No. Especially my generation, you know, because I'm 29. Any woman that's in their late 20s, early 30s, because the women over them are fucked. But even them, it's like, because they weren't raised at all to be a woman, to be a caretaker. They were only raised to just go to college and shit, you know, and pursue their aspirations. So all of them that got children, they don't know how to care for their fucking children, man. Their children are just out. Left to TikTok. TikTok is teaching, you know? You had this thing where this guy was exposing how many young teenage girls are up on TikTok just showing their breasts and just being all flamboyant. But what does the scriptures tell you about that? Give not your daughter over much liberty, lest she bring shame to your household. The Lord tells you how to conduct your house, because He understands women. And I was meditating on this the other day. I was thinking, yo, stop letting these women get you so mad, because they women. When you understand that, when you start learning how much of the weaker vessel they are, you gotta realize, damn, the men fucked up. So how do you think the women are gonna be? Do you really think? Stop putting these women on a pedestal like they're a delicate flower. They're not delicate. They're more wicked than you. They're more evil than you. They lie more than you. Stop thinking, oh, she wouldn't do that. Yes, she will, and she does.
She just know how to hide it. That
She
shit, man.
did it.
And she did it. You know what I'm saying?
She knows how to hide
Yeah.
it. That's the difference between man and woman. That's it. Like I said, woman, that's a woman just can hide it better. That's all.
Shit, they can look at you with a straight face and no, I ain't do that.
Yep. And
She
it's,
cried.
hey, what is the
She
scripture?
cried straight in the
What does the
face.
scripture say about it? She goes to every well, drinking from every fountain, opens her quiver to every arrow, and say what? I have done no wrong. So knowing that the Lord has told us these things, man, look, the woman don't want to get on the program, let her be, because she's safe. Here it is, we had Eden. We had Eden. And she wanted something more than Eden. What can you want more than Eden? All we had to do is get up and do the fucking work. What's up, Lion? You know what I'm saying? We chilling. We eating whatever we want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We go fishing. We do what the fuck we want. We in control. Man was in dominion of creation. But here come the woman. I want something more than Eden. What's that over there that we can't fuck with? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to learn about that. You know what I'm saying?
You keep going.
They'll get right when the men get right. First and foremost. Because, hey, the scriptures say what in Isaiah? Matter of fact, get that Isaiah, what is it, chapter 2 of the first chapter, whole Edison.
Oh, Isaiah 1.
You got an Exodus? Let's get it.
The book of Exodus, chapter 32 and verse 1. And when the people saw that Moses delayed and came down out of the mount, the people gathered themselves together unto Aaron and said unto him, Up, make us gods, which shall go before us. For as this Moses, the man that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we would not what is become of him.
So these niggas got tired. And that's what Jake is known for that. It's like right now, the Lord is doing what he's doing up there, you know what I'm saying, with the Most High. In the short period he's been up there. What has Jake done in the meantime? Be more wicked. Even in their captivity. They ain't been repenting. You know? Go ahead.
And Aaron said unto them, Break off the golden earrings, which are in the ears of your wives, of your sons, and of your daughters, and bring them unto me. And all the people break off the golden earrings.
Now, was Aaron supposed to do that? But see, he felt that pressure from the wicked ass Jake. You gotta put yourself in that situation. Jake,
Peer pressure.
Jake can, hey, you got a crowd of some big ass Jakes. Like, look, man, you gonna be down with us, or we gonna overpower you. So Aaron decided, you know, shit, Jake, they about to goddamn, you know, take me there. That's basically what happened. Jake does shit like that. Look, man, we taking over, all right? You know, Moses, we don't know what happened to Moses. We taking over. Yeah, we taking over. You gonna get down, lay down. Go ahead.
I can see that too.
Yeah.
Verse 3.
Yeah, you gotta put yourself there. The scriptures ain't gonna tell you every word that is. You know Jake. You know? Go ahead.
Verse 3. And all the people break off the golden earrings which were in their ears, and brought them unto Aaron. And he received them at their hand, and fashioned it with a graving tool. After he made it a molten calf, and they said, These be thy gods of Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. And when Aaron saw it, he built an altar before it, and Aaron made proclamation and said, Tomorrow is the feast of Yahweh. And they rose up early on the morrow and offered burnt offerings and brought peace offerings. And the people sat down to eat and to drink and rose up to play. And Yahweh said unto Moses, Go get thee down for thy people.
Aaron built the altar.
Yeah.
He actually built the altar. And when you look at that altar, when brothers get freaked out, actually look at that altar, it's still up there in Saudi Arabia. There's some big ass fucking that altar is tall as shit. Yeah. Up to that tree, man. That shit is about halfway up to that tree. With some big ass stones, man. There ain't no low ass fuck. That wasn't no low ass altar. You know? Read that verse again. Look.
Salakia, you know, I was kind of laughing, but you know, I'm thinking about how wicked Jake was in order for this to happen.
Yeah.
You know, verse 6. And they rose up early on the morrow.
Oh, I want to get that word play. Right? It's tzok in the Hebrew. And it says to laugh, mock, play, to jest, to sport, toy with, make a toy. So they down there in falling basically. Falling. What Jake do? Nigga shit.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And they rose up early on the morrow and offered burnt offerings and brought peace offerings. And the people sat down to eat and to drink and rose up to play. And Yahweh said unto Moses, Go get thee down, for thy people, which thou broughtest out of the land of Egypt, have corrupted themselves. They turned aside quickly out of the way which I commanded them.
He said they turned aside quickly. Didn't even take them a long time. These type of niggas we doing. You give Jake some liberty, they gonna go back to nigga shit. And y'all locked down for 5 months. Oh shoot! Oh, the Lord gonna come back. We need to get ourselves together. The super juice is the MOB, brother. Then when the lockdown over, nigga, fuck all that conspiracy shit, nigga. Go to the club. But this the same nigga that was talking about, yo, we need to get our life together. I'm putting down the blunt. That's Jake for you, man.
You remember when that 5G first came out? You know how Jake was all talking about something, oh, the regular food, how you say, they was all smart with the frequency and the 5G and all that.
Yeah, they was there. The 5G, bro. They gonna kill him for the 5G. You got a do-rag on blunt. Now they prophets. 5G, brother, 5G. They trying to tell us about the 5G. Then when they get let off lockdown, nigga, fuck you and 5G. I'm out here in the strip club again. You know what I'm saying? With a mask on, throwing bills and shit. The stripper got a mask on. For real, they be having a mask on. You know, this shit's crazy, man. Go ahead. Keisha do with a mask on sliding down the pole.
They have turned aside quickly out of the way which I commanded them. They have made them a molten calf, and have worshipped it, and have sacrificed thereunto, and said, This be thy gods, O Israel, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt. And Yahweh said unto Moses, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people. Now, therefore, let me alone, that my wrath may wax hot against them, and that I may consume them, and I will make thee a great nation. And Moses besought Yahweh.
So in order for us to be made a great nation, what the niggas gotta do?
That's right.
It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts, because when you read further down, the Lord will tell the Levites to put the niggas down. And shit, that might be in the same chapter, but you know, that's what keep reading. Let's just read on this one.
And Moses besought Yahweh his power, and said, Yahweh, why does thy wrath wax hot against thy people, which thou hast brought forth out of the land of Egypt?
Now Moses, Marshawn the Hebrew, he can't see what Jake doing down there. The Lord sees it, and he knows their thoughts. So the Lord is justifying what he want to do. But Moses is making intercession, which is, you know, what he's there to do anyways for his people. But he don't have the full understanding of how wicked Jake is. That's why the same thing with Esdras. When Esdras is like, Lord, what about, you know, and the Lord was like, don't concern yourself with it. Because that's natural for us in the flesh. Like, Lord, you know, even for us. When we start seeing how the Lord gonna do Jake, we gonna be, oh shit. Lord, hey, ease up a little bit. And that always happens in the scriptures where Paul go, oh shoot, I knew they was gonna get it, but not that bad. When we actually start seeing it out of eyes, we like, oh shoot, you know? And that's how Moses like, Lord, why you wanna, you know, because Moses didn't actually see what the fuck was going on. Go ahead.
Which thou hast brought forth out of the land of Egypt with great power and with a mighty hand. Wherefore should the Egyptians speak and say, for mischief did he bring them out, to slay them in the mountains, and to consume them from before the face of the earth.
Yeah.
Turn thy fierce wrath and repent of this evil against thy people. Remember Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, thy servants, to whom thou swearest thine own self, and said unto them, I will multiply your seed as the stars of heaven, and all this land I have spoken of will I give unto your seed, and they shall inherit it forever.
Now drop down to verse 17.
Verse 17. And when Joshua heard the noise of the people as they shouted, he said unto Moses, there is a noise of war in the camp.
So they was so loud, you would have thought they was fighting in war, right? No, they was having a freak night. Women was twerking. You know, you got people, you can picture the nigger woman on the calf, right? Wilding the fuck out. And Aaron probably like, oh shit, they done took it too crazy. You know, I just did it to get them off my back. These niggas crazy. You know?
Throwing up Egyptian paper.
Yeah, God, you stupid.
You know, got the eyeliner from, you know, because the eyeliner go back to Egypt.
Yeah.
The women, they done found some leftover eyeliner and put it on. They getting busy.
Think about the music, man. Think about the music.
You know, she done found some stalkers, fishnet stalkers. That go back to Egypt.
Yeah.
She done put them shits on. Where the hell you get them? I packed some in my bag. And she done put them on. They got all the shit from Egypt that they took from Egypt. They put, hey. Go ahead.
Verse 18. And he said, it is not the voice of them that shout for mastery, neither is it the voice of them that cry for being overcome, but the noise of them that sing do I hear.
So they was down there partying. Go ahead.
And it came to pass, as soon as he came into Salakia, and it came to pass, as soon as he came nigh unto camp, that he saw the calf and the dancing, and Moses' anger was waxed hot.
But wait a minute, Moses was just on the mountain saying, Lord, repent from your anger, don't bring evil upon them. But then once Moses seen it, he was like, oh, what the fuck? He seen it, was like, oh, these niggas gotta die.
Yeah.
So they haven't been doing so. You got a picture. They probably was naked, fucking. Someone was probably, that shit go back to idol worship.
Orgies and shit.
Homosexuality, all type of shit was going on down there. Gang bangs over there. Oh no, these niggas gotta go. Cause for him to be advocating for Israel at the top of the mountain, and then go down and actually totally flip and say, oh hell no. They had to been doing some wicked shit. And we know how Jake is. We see it today. We see how wicked they can be today. Yeah. Mothers having sex with their sons killing their whole family. The women are totally out of order. Gang bangs, porn, everybody a porn star. My sister, she showing me on Twitter. I go visit my friend, she showing me on Twitter. She said, look at that. You just go on Twitter and it's a section. And I was like, how the fuck your whole timeline's like? I said, you subscribe to all this shit. Because the whole timeline was just porn. But guess what? It was all Jake underground porn shit. Like all Jake is just doing their own porns. Your average Jakes. And it just keep going. It's just Jake. I said, what the fuck? And I even had to get on her. I said, yo, wait a minute. How's your whole shit like this? I said, you subscribe to this shit. And she started laughing. You know, but that just shows you how wicked our people are, man. They are giving into they're totally giving into their lust right now. All of them got OnlyFans pages, fucking each other's wives and shit. You got these niggas that are go fuck Edomites' wives. They call it cocoa. The men are paid Jake money to fuck their wives. Yeah. The swinger community. Yeah. Jake big on that shit. Jake get off on it like, yeah, I'm her slave. I'm over. You know what I'm saying? They get off on that shit. Jake is wicked, man. Go ahead,
Moses' And Moses' anger waxed hot, and he cast the tablets, or he cast the tables out of his hands, and brake them beneath the mount. And he took the calf which they had made, and burned it in the fire, and ground it to powder, and strawed it upon the water, and made the children of Israel drink of it.
You know, he made them drink gold. That's good. You know how tough and bitter that shit had to be? He made them drink. And that's the, hey, that goes back to how bitter your captivity is and how wicked you are. Remind you how wicked you are. You want to worship, I'll make you drink. You know? Go ahead, read that verse again.
Verse 20. And he took the calf which they have made, and burned it in the fire.
Now you gotta picture these wicked jakes. They thought Moses was done for. And they posed like, oh, remember now, they seen the power that Moses got, that the Lord was dealing with Moses. They seen him part the waters. They seen him deliver them from it. So they like, when he came back, they were like, and even it shows, I think it's in chapter 36, it tells you that there's a point where his face, he couldn't even show his face to Israel because he was in the presence of the Most High. He had a veil upon his face because it was too fucking bright. So you can imagine them seeing them. They was probably, everybody just thought, you got naked niggas with their penises out, women with their breasts out. It's like shame. And that's what that word naked goes into. It don't mean actually butt-ass naked, even though I'm pretty sure you had jakes that were naked. But it goes into shame. It goes into your iniquity, right? Your shame being brought forth. They were naked in the eyes of Moses, in the Lord, at that moment in time. They probably would look like shame just come upon them. Which they don't need no goddamn party. They need to be destroyed. You turn that quickly after a miracle.
Miracles
brought you out of captivity, and you turn that quick. No, y'all niggas need that. Go ahead. And strawed it upon the water, and made the children of Israel drink of it. And Moses said unto Aaron, what did this people unto thee, that thou hast brought so great a sin upon them? That's what you were saying earlier. Yeah.
There's no telling what they did to Aaron.
Yeah, because Aaron, he probably got overrun. Moses was like, damn, what they do to you? They probably threatened him. Look, Aaron, we gonna do this one way or the other. Go ahead.
Verse 22. And Aaron said, let not the anger of my Lord wax hot. Thou knowest the people, that they are set on mischief. For they said unto me, make us gods, which shall go before us. For as this Moses, the man that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we wot not what is become of him. And I said unto them, whosoever has any gold, let them break it off, so they give it me. Then I cast it into the fire, and there came out this calf. And when Moses saw that the people were naked,
there you go. He saw that they were naked. Now, that actually goes into their shamefulness, their iniquity, but you actually had naked niggas out there. Because that's what goes into worshiping other idols and giving into all type of mischief and shit. One of the main things that Jayden love is fornications, physical and spiritual fornications. I wouldn't be surprised if you had some guys fucking on, they traded wives, they were swinging out that motherfucker. And they show you that in the, they kind of show you that in the Ten Commandments when they were Charleston Heston, how wild they was passing the women around and shit. They try to give you like a glimpse, because it wasn't just them, it wasn't like they was just under the altar just worshiping Moses. Charleston would say he heard a noise as if it was war. They was having a freak night. Them outside parties, them Miami strip parties, madness, man. Go ahead.
And when Moses saw that the people were naked, for Aaron had made them naked unto their shame among their enemies.
So when anybody bring up that Genesis of Adam and Eve being naked, that's a cut. It means the shame. Just like the Lord tells us, you better not be caught without your garments. He ain't talking about our actual. Does it mean these rags we done made together? No. He's talking about the knowledge, the wisdom, the oil that's been given with you. Don't be caught without it. Or you ain't gonna be don't be caught naked. You heard?
Then Moses stood in the gate of the camp and said, who is on Yahweh's side? Let them come unto me. And all the sons of Levi gathered themselves together unto him. And he said unto them.
So at this point, Moses understood, Mashal understood. A lot of these niggas got about to die and they need to die. He understood right then and there. He just understood. And that's the understanding that we're grasping. Like Jake, a lot of Jake just gotta go. There's no saving these Jakes, man. There's no saving these motherfuckers. These world star hip hop babies, there's no saving them, man. But a nigga like Lil Wayne, you can't say nothing like that. This nigga's 40 years old with these big ass yellow dreads with 3 of them shits leaning. Face, everything was all tatted up, fucked up. You know? You can't say nothing like that, man. Go ahead.
And he said unto them.
And if you look that corrupted on the outside, how much more on the inside is corrupted? The soul is totally good. The spirit is totally crushed. There's no light within these people. These people that have sold their soul for breadcrumbs off the devil's table, there was no light within their eyes. That's that saying, the eyes are windows to the soul. You look at them, you see death. You see total death. I was looking at this one chick that I used to follow, and she used to do like lives when she was like in high school and shit. She used to work at Foot Locker and do lives and shit. Now I guess she's been cast out into the world. She's a stripper now. You can clearly see her, the spirit on her is totally different. The eyes on her are dark. Like you can just see that she's been around. Like, you know? And a lot of times what causes that is them messing with multiple guys. Because a woman is not meant to go from one partner to another partner to another partner. It totally destroys the spirit of a woman that's within them. That's why they can leave another dude and they don't think nothing of it because they've already been through that situation. But that spirit is totally destroyed. Totally destroyed. You know?
And that's why, like I said, also that's what
let me make this. Just like with a lot of these porn stars, what happens? They commit suicide. You know, you get pleasure on watching them do the acting they're doing, but guess what? They're fucking miserable out of their fucking mind. Well, because the spirit within them is totally destroyed. Totally destroyed. Can you imagine? Imagine a woman that's just been in a gangbang 10 years. How the hell do you think she feels when she by herself at night? Come on, man. Society is crazy. It's totally destroyed. You had the news clip of this one chick. She did one porn, and I guess it blew up on the internet. She killed herself. She didn't even do nothing major, like something crazy. She just fucking dude for some money, and then it blew up. I guess she couldn't handle it. And she killed herself. Well, because when the scriptures tell you when a man and woman have sex, they join as one flesh. The spirits are intertwined. They show you that in that movie Avatar. And they put their like antennas together, whatever the fuck that was, the tails or whatever, they connect and they can feel it. They feel it, that energy that's being exchanged between each other. Now if you're doing that with so many energies and spirit are being put upon you. Right? Just like with us, we have a relationship. We've known each other for years now. That's always gonna be part of our life. A woman deals with a one man, that's always going to be part of it. That spirit is always affecting her now. Deals with another one, that's always going to be on her. Deals with another one, that's always so much, it destroys her. People don't see the magnitude of what has happened in this society. Everything is destroyed from the foundational level. So what they need, the only cure is death.
It's to back you up, like I said.
Well, the real cure is this word, but if you don't want to accept this word, then you got to go.
Yeah, just like I said, that famous Ishmaelite named Khalifa, whatever her name is.
Mia Khalifa.
Remember when she married that Edomite guy? How you say, because being a dumbass, that doesn't work it out. But how you say they recently got divorced, man, and then what she do? She went back to a holder.
Well, she was on an interview. crying and shit about being a porn star. But here it is, you done did all these porn videos. Now once you decide to quit, now you want to cry and interview and shit. Come on, man. Because you feel destroyed?
Yeah, because they believe that they can do all the, how you say, they can go back to their normal lives, but it's not true because, like I said, once you're that popular porn star and shit, like I said, men look at you in a different way, man. How you say, they don't look at you as a wife material and all that. The only thing they think of as you were just what? A sex slave, sex object, man.
And the spirit within her is destroyed. Man. The spirit, she'll never be right. She'll cry on Monday, be joyful on Wednesday, then cry on Friday.
Mm-hmm. And you know the worst part, I'm pretty sure you know Brittany Green when she had that child, when that child grow up, knowing that his mom is a quote unquote whore, you know, like say that child's gonna need some counseling, man. You know, it's just like because I imagine when you get older, you know what I mean, like say Amber Rose and all them, where you have sons and daughters thinking that's okay for your mom to be a porn star. You know how much ridicule, you know how much. Oh, as a matter of fact, just back here, actually, somebody did an article about the son was actually writing like a story about, you know, basically his mom doing the OnlyFans and he got clowned for it, man. And to the point where he got hurt so bad that he couldn't even go back to school. You know, that really affects the kids. Like I said, these people don't think about their kids, man.
Yeah, they only think about this. Hey, you said Amber Rose, she was supposed to be the queen mother of the slut. Mm-hmm. She was just on Instagram crying. Because the dude, she found a dude she was cheating. But I thought you was a slut. Mm-hmm. I thought she was an advocate for the sluts. Mm-hmm. But it shows you they just be talking. Mm-hmm. She got a big ass tattoo on her forehead. Anybody that does that, that's a cry out of mental health. Right. A woman tattoo, a big ass tattoo on her forehead, that's a cry out for mental health. They shave their head bone. But these women looking at her, she's proud and she's doing her thing. But then when she crying on Instagram, y'all don't want to speak to her. You know? So y'all ain't got the answer. Y'all destroying yourselves. Y'all dying at concerts, you know, worshiping these whack ass celebrities that don't even really make good music. Come on, man.
Zombies.
If you're gonna die at Michael Jackson concert. You know?
Some of them have. I would be surprised.
Some good music being played, you know?
I would be surprised some of them did that.
You know?
I heard that somebody committed suicide when Michael Jackson passed away. Man, you'd be surprised, but like I said, man, these people really, like I said, worship these people, man, to the point, like I said, they'll fight for them, they'll kill them, right?
Well, see,
they don't even know one person.
It's the nature of men, it's nature of this creation in general to want to have a leader, to want to have somebody to emulate and look up to and learn from. But a lot of times on the left-hand side, that leads to worship and idolizing the wrong people. And really, you're just supposed to worship Yahweh Shemashah. And you're supposed to follow the leaders that he set up. You know, but since these people are steady looking for leaders, they look at these celebrities as leaders because, well, they have rich, they have fame, so they think they have the answers. Those things don't equate to anything. Just because you have fame and money, how does that equate to you having the answers of life? That doesn't equate to anything. You can hit a crackhead and win the lottery. Does that mean he has the answers to life? No.
That's what the scripture says. What it says, I think it says in Ecclesiastes. It says that some men are honored by their money, and some men are honored by their skill. You know.
Yeah, and in the world to come, we are going to be the honored ones. You know.
Yeah.
But see, it ain't gonna be a wicked thing to honor us and reverence us. First and foremost, Yahweh Shemashah, because guess what? What is our profession? What are we being honored for? Because we're honoring the Lord. That was man's whole purpose on the earth, to honor Yahweh Shemashah. It's not wrong with honoring a man, as long as that man is honoring Yahweh Shemashah. Just like with you women. Yeah, you need a man to lord over you, but if that man ain't honoring the Lord, then you don't need to reverence that man, because that's a wicked man. The man deserves honor when he's honoring the person that he's supposed to honor. That's the order. Period. That's where it stops. You know? So we actually right now we don't even deserve no honor right now until the Lord deems us worthy. But we're doing the right things that adhere to receiving honor. You know. Because we're putting forth the effort to honor Yahweh Shemashah in these weak-ass bodies. Not a nigga that goes in the studio and screams at the top of his lungs some nigga shit. Honoring himself. You know? That's not worthy of honor. You can listen to music, you can watch a movie. I can look at Denzel Washington and see, okay, he's just a nigga that can act. I can listen to a musician and say, okay, that's just a nigga that's good at playing this instrument. You know, it don't mean you're supposed to worship the nigga. I can see a celebrity in Whole Foods and just keep minding my business. You're like, oh, that's so keep minding my business. But the zombies, you know what I'm saying? I seen Allen Iverson in the airport. I ain't fucking run up on him. And I was an addict of basketball in the world. I just see that because I'm in the work, I'm in the truth now. You know who I want to see? Y'all was sure. That's what I'm gonna do is my marbles. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Because I know who that is. That's something of significance there. You know, not no goddamn Allen Iverson, LeBron James.
A mortal man.
Exactly, a man that can break his leg at any moment in his whole career. We worship the beings that have the answers to life, that know what our purpose is. These niggas can't lead us to purpose.
Lead us to death.
I want purpose, and the water you have much you know, Shad, this is purpose. This is what fulfills us. Throughout the week, you be feeling dead, man. You come out here, you get refueled. You feel like you've actually done something with purpose. Or even when if you do a video, a lesson, you can have a horrible day, and demons try to keep you from doing a video, but then once you do the video, you feel like you did something purposeful. Everything else is vanity. It don't even give you any. You can have sex with the prettiest woman, the woman of your dreams, and you feel it'll be a good experience. Then after you're done, you're like
fuck.
But you just like, okay,
it was just
let me go eat.
Yeah, kind of. It was just for that moment, right? You just needed that moment, and that's it. It's just a quick moment. That's it.
But when you working in the truth, you have an everlasting fulfillment, and it just fulfills you. So imagine when we actually enter into life, and we truly get put on true purpose, kingship, ruling and governing it, and it's gonna be amazing. Your life is gonna always have fulfillment to it. You ain't gonna never have a day where you don't feel fulfilled. You're gonna always feel fulfilled. Either your relationship with one of your wives, or one of your children, or whatever land you're ruling over, or whatever mission, you just always gonna have to be fulfilled. You know? Here you don't have that fulfillment. That's why people are always searching for shit. They can't never find the answer. A nigga can have all the money in the world but still lost. Because he's not doing anything to fulfill his spirit. You know?
Doesn't realize that all this shit is vanity.
It's all vanity. Who cares if you got 10 Lamborghinis? So what is that doing for you though? And
like
all
I
that
said before. Like
Stop
I
you
said,
from eating the missile.
You can only drive one.
Right.
And then you gotta go to speed limit.
Yes.
Pray you don't catch traffic. Pray you don't get in a car accident. And where you going? America?
You know that's sometimes how you say, I know that's bad. How you say some people have to lose. How you say you shouldn't buy it just to buy it, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just sitting there. I mean, for you to have.
Yeah, it's all vanity.
And then, like I said, once it gets
Just
old,
to have it and not need it, then it need it and
Yeah,
not have it.
exactly. Yeah, like it's nothing wrong with getting those things like clothes and shit make you feel good. But at the end of the day, it's just gonna hang in your closet. You can only wear one outfit at a time. You know? What brings purpose? A family, going home and having kids with it go, father. And they telling you about their day and they asking you that brings joy to a man's life. Then your wife is coming to you, serving you, and you know, that brings joy. Think about the most meaningful moments that you've had in your captivity. It was moments when you felt purpose with family and you know what I'm saying? Because you do have moments where you had moments with your family, it felt like, you know, this is life. This is what life is about. But here it's so corrupted, you can't enjoy it. But in the kingdom, it's going to be everlasting righteousness. So you're going to always be able to enjoy it. You're going to always enjoy coming home. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's going to be waiting on you, my Lord. You know, your kids, everybody's just going to feel, oh, this is fun, man. This is never just home.
All of your wives going to have this special dish.
You know what I'm saying? That special perfume they're going to have on for you that you told them to wear. Perfect gown. I'll meet you at your chambers later.
Take a bath in the milk.
You know what I'm saying? Essential oils and whatever else out there that we don't know. That'll never get old, man. Not to mention when you go out and be a man and actually hunt the earth and the galaxy and just live, man. That's purpose. Not working a 9 to 5 and hoping you can live long enough to get your 401k and retirement, you know. And even with that, you still, you're like, okay, what was all that shit? It's just this is old Edomite. He told me he was about to retire next year. Nigga just had a stroke and now he out. He can't come back. Whole left side, no. All that toiling was for what? For vain. Every day you want, I'm almost there. Through. Shit. You know what I'm saying? You putting your trust in it in a place that's depleted.
And it's gonna happen more now.
Oh yeah, because people dealing with so much stress and anxiety and not knowing what's going on and what's going on, you know. And this devil about to really unleash all type of hell on the earth, because he only got so much time left for his agenda to fulfill his agenda.
They're basically already talking about a second impact coming. You remember what he said about the first one, right?
We'll see what's next. Man.
Oh yeah, remember the article we did? That's the dark winter coming.
Well, they said January 4th. It's a mandate for basically all the businesses, right? Then the kids are able to get the shots now. At 5 years old.
Oh yeah. Oh, remember the video about that? Huh? Yeah.
Who the
From
fuck?
5 and
How
11.
the hell you gonna give your 5-year-old child an experimental drug, man? They sure these people don't care about their children. So all that loving, y'all hate your children. You hate yourself. How dare you do that to your child if you love them? You don't even know what's in it.
And believe whatever they say. They said the government say it was FDA approval or government whatever backed by whatever.
These people worship Esau, man. That's what it boils down to. What he say they're gonna do. That's why it goes into Revelation. Drinking that wine. You worship the beast, worshiping his image and his mark. That's what it says there. What if I'm gonna get that word worship? Hey, put it up in Revelation or worship the image. Read this scripture.
As if I may say this out. This devil's already talking about, you know how a week ago he was saying jobs with over 100 employees jobs with over 100 employees would have to mandate, you know, that people get the jab or whatever.
Yeah.
Now he's talking about jobs with less than 100 employees will have to do the same thing.
January 4th. That's what they said. They want all, basically all the businesses. That's all the business. If you under 100 employees, that applies to everybody.
Yep. That's I remember. And also, now what's the penalty? What, you be fined or you won't have to? What,
They added zeros to that too.
Yeah.
It used to be close to $7,000.
Yeah.
Now I heard that it's over 70,000.
Tell you, man, a lot of businesses about to get shut down.
I don't know how true it is, but I can see this stuff.
Like I said, you come to desperate measures, like I said, he'll do it if you come to desperate measures. But of course, like I said, the plan's not going as he wanted to, so like you gotta, how you say, fear the people, right? Like I said, basically you gotta fear the people. So you ready when you're ready now? This is Revelation chapter 14, verse 9, and it says, and the third angel followed him, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation.
Now that word worship is proskuneo, and it's to kiss the hand in token of reverence, right? To fall upon the knees and touch the ground with the forehead, an expression of profound reverence, right? To express respect or to make supplication. That's what they're doing when they're taking this. They're showing we respect your government, we respect your orders, we respect your laws. It's a point to where you gotta say, no, we ain't listen to you on this one. Caesar, we ain't listen to you. Because now it's a point now where it's time for us to depart from Egypt.
Yeah.
Spiritually, you gotta depart from this place, man. And physically detach financially from this place, because financially he's about to tie everything to the mark, the Quran. So you're gonna have to detach according to what the prophecy states, because if you worship the image or the mark, you're gonna receive the judgment. Don't be concerned about how you're gonna eat. You need to be concerned about not worshiping the image of the mark, because that's for one thing for sure. You're gonna receive judgment for doing this. You're concerned about losing your job and not knowing if you're gonna eat. Well, nigga, you're gonna get judged. What's the point of, okay, you lose your job Monday, but you said, oh, I got the juice, so I was able to stay working. But nigga, 5 months from now, you gonna get good. What reward is in that? But the dude who decided to keep his integrity in the Lord said, John, next week he chilling, he getting taken care of.
Yeah.
He had to deal with a couple of days of some hardship, but now he on his feet because the Lord said he's not gonna put you anything too much for you to do.
And see, and that's one thing why the Lord tests us sometimes, and during, like I said, doing what, diverse situations, like I say they've experienced, to what have faith with it, and not to what waver or lose faith, man. Because at the end of the day, you see what happened, right? The Lord always kept us word, and what the Lord always protected us, and what the last minute, you know what I mean? Your faith really be tested, when you feel like I said, a moment when you feel like I say your faith really be tested, you feel like you about to give up. The next thing you know, the Lord got you right there, man. That last second, man.
Good.
I mean, that's why the Lord, that's why what they always say, you got to experience these things, man. I say you got to get a little bit of trials and tribulation here and there to what build us up, before that time comes, So we know that, of course, it ain't going to be easy, but Lord will, like I said, we get through. Like I say, we get through it, man. Like I always say, it's easier said than done, man. Like I said, man, everybody had their moments of trials and tribulation to the point where, I say you had to, get that integrity, man. I say you had to gird your loins, man. Like I say you actually had to think. You actually had to use your spiritual common sense, your spiritual brain, and not let your not let your flesh get in the way, man, of your instruction.
Yeah, because one thing we know for sure is that if you worship the image up in the mark, you're going to die. That you do know for sure. You don't know what's going to happen if you decide to stand firm. If you keep faith in the Lord, He gonna keep you. He said He gonna keep you. Now you may not know when it's gonna happen or when you're gonna get your next meal or not, but you do know for sure if you go the opposite route, what's gonna happen. You're gonna get a nuke, and you're gonna catch hell and Jacob's trouble. So I mean, what is there even to discuss for a righteous man? It's not even nothing to discuss. And then you're telling me not only that, even if I do have to die on the right hand side, I'm coming back in glory. I mean, what is there to discuss, man? These people may have a good year left, if that. We don't see this place making it past 2022, man. Where everything that's about to come down the pipe, we just don't see it. Because once they finalize this digital currency system they want to put in place, because remember now, he's not going to achieve this whole shit he has dreamed up in his mind. He's not going to achieve it all. He's going to get to a point where the Lord's going to crash the party. And really that's going to be when this digital currency is made mandatory. That you're not going to be able to buy and sell without it. That's when everything's going to go haywire. And like we said, all it takes is one major false flag to fuck everything.
God, that's what
and it propel everything even more fast. So that's what the Lord says, a thief in the night. You be thinking you got a year left, another year left, and then something happens that propels this whole thing even faster. You see how fast everything went after the C19, wait till the next one then comes to see how fast, you know what I'm saying? Because it ain't going to be another trial. It ain't going to be the same lockdown stages. It's going to be something totally different,
What a lot of people forgot is this devil's actually brought people over a few months ago on the military plane in various states. They're still out there, if you know what I mean. Those Iranians, those guys from Afghanistan, they're still over here. They're not being talked about, but they're still here.
The Talibans.
Yeah, come. So I mean, we have to constantly stay in the spirit, of course, but also we have to be circumspect. False flags and all this other stuff that this devil can make happen at any moment.
Even though, like I said, we watching, but Esau watching too, man.
Oh yeah.
And like I said, like I said, Esau has them. But I say Esau got them whistleblowers, man. They shoot, man. They shoot. So they know what's coming, man.
And you gotta take into account this whole what's the term? Climate change. Which it's a volcano that's supposed to erupt. I forgot exactly where, but they're saying somewhere in America a volcano about to goddamn erupt. And it's not on the news. It's due to erupt. But the people this one dude went to the beach, and the water usually, let's say this was the water usually comes up to the water, usually comes up the hill. But now it's way back there at the other side of the sidewalk. And you can just see the line where it's coming. Some waves going on. You know, and they said it's a sign of, tsunami coming through that bitch.
Oh, you talking about over there?
What is it, a palm or some shit?
Over there in Washington,
I don't know exactly what it is.
on the West Coast?
Yeah.
Cascadia?
I don't know exactly what it is.
Yeah. Mount St. Helens, Mount.
They said it's a couple. They said it's a couple that's doing it.
Yeah, Mount St. Helens, Mount. All those mountains. There's like 3 volcanoes over there.
Yeah. So hey, you gotta account for that too. Natural disasters come in the name of climate change. Real shit.
Mount Hood, Mount St. Helens, and there's another one.
Because what do the elites always talk about? Climate change. That's just another way for them to bring even more false flags.
Oh yeah, do you remember what you said about Prince Charles?
Oh yeah. You know, that devil was like, yeah, we gotta move quick. During that summer he had last week. You know, he told the other nations, yeah, we gotta move fast on what we need to do. You know?
Yeah, their time is up.
We don't have much time.
Yeah, Revelation 12:12.
He actually said that out of his lips. So yeah, you know, like I was saying, these devils are moving.
They gotta hurry up with their strategy, man. They don't got that much time left. Shoot. They know that their world's about to end, man. So they're gonna do everything they can to get their agenda, man. Like I said, their agenda, what they had was not more. Remember, like you always say, right? Lord goes to rich in their plans, man. So but they gotta, oh shit, okay, well, how you say, it's not working right now, so we gotta throw, how you say, just keep throwing Fauci and distractions.
Ain't seen
talk
Fauci.
about just talk about the C19 on NBC. Just talk about the vaccine. Just keep talking about it. Just keep talking about it. That's the only thing they talk about on the mainstream.
You ain't
That's all they see.
You haven't seen that Who Fauci. Where is he at?
Oh, actually, as a matter of fact, I seen a video about. I'm not sure if you know about Ron Paul or Rand Paul. Those guys, that's actually at the court. They was actually testifying against Fauci, man, about his wicked. You know, like I said, man, about the C19. Talking about some. Why is it that when you have the Vaseline, you still need to wear a mask? Like, man, they were going at it, man.
But
like,
look,
Fauci was scared. He's like,
that's why they got him out of there. That's why they got him out of there.
That's just.
You know, he was getting caught up in shit.
Yeah, he's getting caught
Hey,
up.
well, guess what? He gonna catch a loop. He gonna catch a loop, or he might die in Jacob's trouble. That shows you the most out of the fuck. And he's an Edomite. He's a fuck about him.
Kind of slack about it, but yeah, man. Like I said, man, I say Fauci's running out of plans, man. Like I said, he wants to come. They'll say, lock this man up, man. Lock this motherfucker up, man. He's a criminal.
See, but they gotta move fast too, because even if people starting to catch on to what's going on. See, this devil has always worked in the background, you know, and you know, a lot of his works is being brought forth, whereas even his own people are like, no, you know, no. So
Yeah, this shit. Because his own people is causing it, or Richard his friend.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It ain't
saying.
even Jake. See, if Esau wasn't in play, these Jakes are already being FEMA camps. Because the only reason shit is going haywire is because the Edomites are fucking going to city councils and the governors.
We
need a religious exemption. You know, Jake ain't saying shit. No. He will already have us in the metaverse. If it wasn't for Esau, we'll already be in the metaverse and shit. With a
Jake not in the court system. Jake not in them city councils. You only see Edomites in there.
Yeah, so that shows you, he should call their own tongues to fall upon them. They so divisive that they war against each other. That's why these people got to be taken out of power. See, we know why we kill each other in the street. The curses. But they in their heaven arguing and shit. They facing the money and they argue. Like, can you imagine if your face was on the money? You know what I'm saying? Your nation's face is on the money. What more to do? Then they told Jake or Harriet Tubman the face gonna be on the money. Then they pushed it back, but they finna do away with physical currency.
anything to shut Jake up.
Yeah, just shut up, nigga. They would never put your face on you. You're not Caesar. You're not to Caesar was Caesar.
And Jake haven't even figured out the game plan yet. They fuck up, do something, you know, to attract the attention of Jake, to get Jake back to sleep again.
Yeah. Jake could catch on to some shit, and then Jake could go right back to sleep. Oh,
Jake talking about
that's
something-
why. Hey, let's go into that Exodus.
Yeah, where you get the, like I said, Jake talking about some cryptocurrency. We haven't seen Jake ever talk about cryptocurrency when she was, like I said, when she was talking, when she was on Bible. Now, how you say, now you talking about cryptocurrency. Now Jake want to get into
They're gonna have to
stock.
crash.
still
They
talking
don't
about
see
that
the
shit.
trap. They don't see the trap.
Yeah, they're gonna have to crash that in order to bring in this new one.
Yeah,
Nah.
yeah, even that is gonna have to get regulated.
Nah.
Bitcoin and all that shit ain't gonna be worth shit. The central banks gonna have their own currency, but Jake don't even see the trap in that.
Stocks
Look, man,
and
whenever the
bonds and
nigga,
That shit complicated as hell.
whenever the nigga get into something, he's the last one in it. so whenever you see Jake got the shit, they already fall behind.
That's what it's about to
Yeah,
change.
Jake act like they on the edges and shit.
God.
Man, put those nigga, they been was on that shit. These Edomites had Bitcoin in the early 2000s, man.
Bitcoin rich.
Yeah,
Nah.
get the hell out of here, man.
That's funny.
Go ahead, man.
Okay.
Jake
Verse
only think he knows
27.
some shit.
Verse 27. And he said unto them, Thus saith Yahweh, power of Israel, put every man his sword by his side, and go in and out from gate to gate throughout the camp, and slay every man his brother, and every man his
Wait a
companion.
minute, I thought they said love my brother. So
So
what if these people get the idea that the Most High won't, because this the Most High telling them to do this. The Most High won't fuck your ass up. You know? Slay your brother. I don't give a fuck who it is. The one you grew up with, eating cereal, watching cartoons, you know, used to walk home from school with the backpack. Yeah, put him to death. And you better do it too, or the Lord will put you to death. You heard?
and every man his neighbor. And
Because what did I say earlier? It ain't about you. It's about the whole flock. What's better for the nation? Is it better to keep your wicked brother alive because that's your brother? Or is it better to put your wicked brother to death because of his actions? That's why we have laws. If your mother went and did the act of adultery, what do we do according to the law? We stone her.
Yeah.
You don't say, well, that's my mother. That's my mother. It ain't about that.
And the children of Levi did according to the word of Moses. And there fell
Ain't nothing else need to be said. Okay. They got them lined up. They got armed and ready. You know, you can see the 2-3. That's how they gonna look when them nukes about to hit. Go ahead.
and there fell of the people that day about 3,000 men.
Wow.
For Moses said, consecrate yourselves today to Yahweh, even every man upon his son.
Because the Lord always, the one thing, a recurring theme with the Most High, He always requires a sacrifice. You want to do something wicked? He requires a sacrifice. Can you imagine that? 3,000 men got put down. 3,000, you know what that is?
I can
That
imagine
covers
myself.
whole goddamn street all the way down. 3,000 men, so they just went the goddamn slice. And when you look at that whole area in Saudi Arabia, how vast it is, you can just picture how many Israelites is out there. Even when they show you like the place where Moses was speaking from the mountain, he had to get like high on the mountain to speak out because it was a amount of Israelites out there. You know? This ain't like no little hut of people. Why you think he got so overwhelmed? He got to the point that he said, look, man, hey, bring me back to the spiritual realm and deal with these niggas. You heard?
For Moses had said, consecrate yourselves today.
Now imagine you Aaron, and you got that many people come up on against you. Come on, man. You can't do nothing with that. So him in the flesh, that's what he did. Now at the inside, he did choose his brother's side. Right? But he still got punished for it.
Punished him.
But he didn't get death. Shoot. He got put, so the Lord showed him mercy in that. Because he built the altar.
Consecrate yourselves today to Yahweh, even every man upon his son, and upon his brother, that he may bestow upon you a blessing this day. And it came to pass on the morrow that Moses said unto the people, Ye have sinned a great sin, and now will I go up into Yahweh. Peradventure shall I make an atonement for your sins.
So he said, look, and I gotta go back up there and make an atonement for your ass. You know? So he went back up, dealt with the Most High said, we can drop that. But it just goes into Israel's folly and their wickedness. You know, when they have leisure, right? Hey, what does the scripture say? Idleness leads to much wickedness.
That's true.
When you give these niggas leisure and liberty, what do? Destroy themselves.
We saw that for a full year.
Yep.
Last year.
Yep. That's why I said that whole, I did a video on that. The whole thing was like a door of mercy. It was like the Lord showing you what it's gonna be like when the shit really shuts the fuck down. But see, when it really shuts down, there's gonna be bloodshed going on. No food in the stores. He shows you what a shutdown is like. You know, what do these people do? They take that in and say, okay, let me get right with the Lord. Let me go. How many people out here listening to this? That's why the world is wicked. Right? That's why the world is wicked. Ain't nobody out here lined up. You get living water. You get this bread.
And I just find it ironic. Like I said, during this pandemic, people should have realized right then and there was, okay, it's really time to get my shit together and start listening to the men of the Lord, man. But what? Since East gave them that little restriction off, gave them a little, recess back, they wanted to look at it. They don't make no damn sense, man. I'm like, don't you see what the fuck is going on?
The scripture
this shit is not normal, man. Like having the mask on, you still wearing the fucking mask. People still wearing the fucking mask.
Yeah. The scripture say we love not our lives unto the death. These people love their lives too much, man. Even out there in Korea, like, I was watching their live stream. This dude that he just walks around with the camera showing you all the niggas got masks on just out in the streets. Everybody has masks on. They have drunken the blood. This is life. But what's the uproar for that? The only uproar you get is from you. And then why is that? Because they're entitled. They just don't want to do it. They don't really care about the lives of the people. They just don't want to do it. So fuck you. I believe in Jeebus. I'm religious as hell.
You know, when I was at my plantation, I used to work with this Edomite, and not once did that Edomite say that it was wrong that they're saying that you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans have to take the job. Not once did he come out and say you shouldn't have to take it. He was just happy that they didn't say that he had to take it. But now, his ass gonna have to take it.
Yeah.
And he's gonna take it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's just like I said, if that potion was really just for us, he's really much going to be in uproar.
Yeah, it's all good.
Let's be real.
That's my point.
Look, it's what they say. Let's keep it a spade, man.
Yeah. It's all good until it's at your door.
Yeah, remember with the Tzatziki experiment? I say, nobody came to our rescue then. You know, since now the devil don't give a fuck about anybody. Excuse my French now. You know, okay, now it's a problem now. You know, I say, oh, come together now. Let's join hands. Let's come up, brothers and sisters and all Americans. You know, let's stand up and fight against these evil global elites.
Yeah.
Now, Alex Jones.
Now you're an American.
Yeah. Now we're all American.
Yeah.
We're fighting against the globalists.
Yeah.
I'm dead to this.
Yeah, the globalists, huh?
Yeah, we're fighting against the globalist agenda. Come on, my nigga, brother.
Yeah.
And then as soon as they get their way, they gonna dump your ass right back in the hood.
Yeah.
Hell up out of here. You going down right along with the globalists, nigga. Enjoy this rough ride to your demise.
Huh.
Put the mask on and shut the fuck up. Push your cart with the mask on. Cause it's about to get even worse. They about to lock down again. They got they allowed y'all to go to these little concerts again. And, get you used to being subservient with the mask on, getting your forehead scanned, all this bullshit, temperature check, test, taking this potion, which they already got y'all taking it. So, you know, next step is the Quran.
The infrastructure's in place.
Yeah, it's already set in place.
I'm just trying to figure out, okay, you got the potion, now you gotta get the MLB. So I'm just trying to figure out how, like I said, my opinion, I'm just trying to figure out how this shit gonna take an effect with the potion and with the MLB, man. Cause I mean, like, basically what I'm trying to say, like I said, man, what's that's gonna affect? I mean, see the effects of it, you know what I mean, further on, like something that happens, you know, how you say you might be a zombie or you might
Well, the
be a
scriptures say they
complete
get
half
a,
robot or some shit.
the scriptures say they get a grievous sore for taking the Quran. Well, I heard Pastor Wall say once it's kind of gonna be like a cancer, some type of cancer.
But with the potion too, and the 5G, because
Basically, it's gonna be
like 5G is still relatively new. I say,
Well, we still don't know everything that's with.
Well, I mean, I'm saying-
we ain't gonna act like we
Well,
know everything that's with the 5G.
yeah,
Cause we don't know what
This,
this is.
like I said, you know, that's why I said this is motivating people.
It's all the laws.
But I say, but you know, I say you just gotta keep that vision. You know, just keep it. I know, just keep it.
You gotta wait and watch. You just gotta wait and watch.
Speaking as a man, anything dealing with the frequency ain't good.
Yeah. We know that for sure. We know that for sure.
It's cooking you.
We just don't know how he's gonna use it. What is it there for? You know?
That's what the devil's. But right, that's why I said, then what? It says what? He shall change times and seasons and change laws and all that stuff. That's what he's doing, man.
See, what I said. There's nothing good of the frequency he wants to get.
Yeah. Because when it first came out, we thought he was gonna fry people down there. We thought he was gonna, we don't know.
The animals were dying from it though, you know. How you say what? Different from the animal.
Yeah, right. So birds dropping from the sky.
Yeah, it's
and all
got,
that.
yeah.
When it was being in certain areas where it was being set up. Yeah.
Some people actually got a little bit of hurt by that jank, the frequency of the 5G. You know?
Still living in Second Corinthians, right?
Yeah.
So,
But the end result of these people is going to be the missiles. These people going to be here to get the second judgment. So a lot of them, the majority of them, they ain't going to die before they get the nukes. They gonna make it. They gonna make it through Jacob's trouble. Their purpose is to get them goddamn nukes. Be in that fire and burn. That's their journey. That's what we know for sure. They gonna be here. Believe that. With the Quran, man, and the juice in it. Straight up. That's what the scripture says.
Yeah, I mean,
Multitude perished by the second death, man. Just like the first death. Now you got niggas that's dropping dead on the way there, but that's just their lot. You know, you got some people having adverse effects and dying. You know, but the majority of these people gonna die from the loops.
damn.
like the Second Corinthians.
Yeah.
The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 5. I'll go back to verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Yahushai HaMashiach.
Bringing every thought unto the obedience of Yahweh Shemashah. Casting down these lies and these deceits that's been propagated throughout the earth. Right? And teaching you the ways of Yahweh Shemashah, how life should be read, how men should conduct themselves, how women should conduct themselves. Right? You got a police force, they don't even protect and serve. They just stop, they harass the law-abiding citizens. Here is you paying your taxes. You obeying the laws, they give you a ticket for going 5 miles on this road. Meanwhile, Ray over there tormenting the whole community, blowing niggas' brains off. You come after the fact, after the nigga already dead.
No points on your license, but they put you
Yeah. Then you got the ones that just come and they just shoot up the niggas. So that's just bullshit in itself. They just set up to harass the law-abiding people. That's how the centurions were in Rome. They weren't stalking, bro. They was harassing people that were minding their business. raping women and shit. These cops be arresting women, come in, woman. What did I do? Get in the car. We think you were a suspect. And they rape her ass because she can't get her badge. Go on Google, look at all the police cases of rape. Of course, they try to hide it. And the damn sure ain't gonna be in the news. Because they gotta keep that trust, the people's trust in the police force. Another stronghold, another imagination that the police force is there to help. You know?
I remember somebody told me and said that every time you see the sign, the blue and the red, it's either a good cop or a bad cop. I remember somebody told me that.
Yeah, no, Jay getting tired of it. I've been watching videos where you know, like the cops will be beating down to Jake, and those cops are surrounded by Jake. Talking about let him go, let him go. You know, I've even seen a few videos.
They tired of this bullshit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I seen a video, man. Like I said, the 2-3 Jake, like I said, hood niggas. Like I said, I remember the cop was opening up the door, and the next thing you know, Jake said, pop, pop, shot one of the cops, stop. Oh man. Like I said, man, Jake been killing these cops, man.
This about to get that bad.
Yeah, man, that's it.
Shit,
Jake,
I had a
getting
car.
tired of it.
I had a car. I was at 7-Eleven. I had a car open the door for me. I'm leaving out. He opened the door for me. While I'm leaving, he get in his car. He had a light. I leave the light. He pulled me over. Wow. Still give me a ticket. But he just held the door for me.
Wow.
I looked at him. I said, "Wait, it's the same cop. It's at the store."
It's just weird. He came to see whose car that was.
He looked. But no, we both in this shop. He leave, but it just showed you niggas should be out harassing me. I think I still said the time. It was when they told me. I remember it was when they told my tail light was out. And then I guess he looked and seen. I guess I had my uniform. He just, nah, I'm just a warning. He let me go. I went to the crib, checked my tail light was working. So it was one of those, let me stop a random nigga, see if he got some weed, see if I smell some probable cause. It was one of those type of stuff. They do shit like that. And your tail light up. I smell weed, nigga, get out of the car. You know? They do shit like that.
Somebody be throwing weed in there.
Yeah. You had a clip of the one guy, he was recording the person that got stopped in the car. Pulled something out of his pocket. Threw it in his back seat so he could search the room. He said, "Hey man, I seen your ass. And I'm on live." He said, "So all these people see you." He like,
He said, "Heck is that?"
Compton wasn't able to defend himself, and he got caught.
You see, but there's no telling. They've been doing that forever.
Imagine before these phones was, you know what I'm saying? How many Jakes are in the prison system just from getting shit thrown on them?
Weed. I mean, you know, you ain't supposed to smoke it. We know
because
that,
who got the drugs? The police force. They're the ones confiscating the shit.
Yeah, and the guns.
Yeah.
And the ammo.
So they could throw it all over. That's why what was the first policeman Paddy Patrol to harass slaves. That's what it goes back to. The police force won't put to protect and serve. It was to harass Jake. All they do is harass Jake and the low-level heathens that's out here.
But if you know what though,
what crime has they stopped? They ain't stopped no crime. It's always after the fact. Crime detectives, the nigga that he done raped and murdered, pillaged villages. And now y'all searching for him. He done did this crime.
yeah.
What have you done? You haven't done any goddamn thing.
Yeah.
That doesn't help the family.
But if they're not messing with Jake, they be out of business.
Yep, they would. Because you never see them in Edom. The only time you see them in Edomite neighborhoods is if he's fucking one of the women that live there. His car parked in the driveway.
Yep.
They always riding through Jake shit.
Yeah.
Always. You just drive to your nearest ghetto, nearest hood. You can see at least 1 or 2 cop cars driving through. Now, does Jake need their ass arrested a lot of times? Yes. But a lot of times they just fuck with Jake. So there's many reasons this place gotta be destroyed. You'll never see that in the Edomite neighborhood. Because on my road, I go through a lot of Edomite neighborhoods. You rarely ever see cops. And if you do, they're just driving through to get to their destination. You know?
Either that or, you know, you got some Karen that's calling in on you.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be in this neighborhood.
Yeah. Or it actually was some ridiculous shit, like he done killed the wife. Kidnapped, you know? He didn't kill his wife. When you see the cops parked in the Edomite neighborhood, you know it's some channel 12 news type shit, CNN news worthy shit.
Yeah.
He got bodies in the crib. They had to show up. We had to show up for this nigga. You know?
Yo, that's real. That is so real.
Jake, they be killing Jake for a dime bag, weed, you know,
Nothing.
throw his whole life away, nothing. Nigga on death row for a dime bag of weed.
Seen this one video last night on YouTube. I think it was YouTube, but up in New York, the train was stopped, and these two cops had their hands on their guns, waiting till the train, you know, like was to pull off, and then it was gonna shoot. So I'm saying, the Jake's just standing there like, my hands are up, I ain't doing nothing.
Yeah.
Everybody on the train was like, yo, we ain't stepping in the train because we know the minute the train pull off, we're gonna shoot.
You blow out goddamn brains out.
Yeah.
Yep. Just like that nigga they had in the subway, in the train station out there in Oakland. He made that movie about. They had him in cuffs, put him on his back, then shot him in the back. They always did, they get a talk. He's reaching for my gun, and they shoot you. Like, they wasn't even reaching for shit.
Taser, taser, taser.
Yeah, they try to scream. They scream taser knowing that's their gun because they're trained to know the difference. The common person, if you ever held a gun and it take, you know the difference. Right? So you would hope a cop knows the fucking difference.
It's even the color difference.
Yeah, but they grab the fucking, they grab the gun, taser, taser, and they scream, oh shit, oh my god. If these are the trained people, it's supposed to be, we're fucking screwed. And we have been screwed. For decades now. You know?
And the cop been working there for years too, man.
See, but that's just the Lord
Yeah, you got
getting them wicked niggas back.
Yep, judgment, it's all judgment, it all goes back to judgment. Because hey, think about how much of the KKK is in the police force. How many races there is. It's all corrupt. How the hell can you trust in a system that enslaved you to protect you? I'm looking at the judge as corrupt. I'm looking at the police force as corrupt. I don't trust none of you niggas.
They all connected.
I don't even trust my black lawyer.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You sold out too, nigga.
They say that they the worst ones. Our people are the worst
You
ones.
gotta get Emily. You got that money for Emily.
Yeah, you gotta have that money. Yeah.
Emily, best lord.
Yeah.
They know people that know people.
situations.
They'll pay. They know people that they know everybody.
That's what I said. It's all about connections.
But shit, you can't trust none of this society. And it all goes back to the Lord. That's why we're supposed to fear the Lord. Because if you're just in the world just living, anything can happen to you right now. At any given moment. A nigga that just died, he didn't know he was gonna die. He didn't know he was gonna get locked up that day. That nigga thought he was gonna go about his business that day.
Oh yeah, I remember a few weeks ago, this Jake, like I said, he homeless. Like I said, he's a homeless veteran, whatever. You know, he told me one time, like I said, he just went to the store. All he wanted was a drink, and he went to the cash register. Like I said, he minded his own business, ain't messing with nobody. Next thing you know, somebody was just fucking with him, man. Just cause he didn't even do nothing wrong. He said all he wanted was just his drink. And next thing you know, somebody rocked him in the face.
It's a lot of that, man. It's a lot of that.
Somebody could just fuck with you just for no reason or whatever they got it for. You know what? I'm got nothing to do, or I'm mad at somebody, so I gotta take it on somebody.
See, but
Somebody
that's our
innocent.
people too. You know, our people just want to be left alone.
Mm-hmm.
You leave us alone, we ain't got no problem with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even in oppression, Jake knows he's oppressed, or may know he's oppressed, or not, but he just wants to be left alone.
That's it.
And the more you provoke him, you know, you rousing up that lion.
Kind of done. Hey, so scripture says what? You is a whelp, right? You should rouse them up.
I ain't doing press down
Yeah,
there.
that's right. You should rouse them up. You keep poking the bear. You know.
But see, what's keeping Jake from Maryland? Being caught.
Exactly.
Receiving, still able to get money and still able to live. And once food is taken away from niggas, they're like, hey, this is a clip that's circulating from a movie that was made in the 80s. And it was showing the elite's plan. And the guy says, yeah, we almost said we got the pandemic rolling. We got the food shortages going on. I meant to share it in the chat. We got the food shortages about to roll out. In 1-2 years max, we'll have our plan. You know? And he was behind the whole scene. Everything that's happening now, he was saying, it was perfect. said, you'll have those that'll resist. It'll mainly be the religious extremist groups. But see, once you take away people's food, those people will even obey. So they know what they do. I gotta send that clip. It was circulating. Elder from South Carolina, he posted on his page. One brother, he had posted it, but Esau took it down. As soon as he put it up, he took it down. So he had to put it on BitTree. Yeah, everything that's happening now, he said it right there. They said in 1 year, 2 years max, it'll be completed. So we right here.
Yeah.
We right here.
This is the perfect storm.
Yep. The food. Because we already 18 months in from when this whole thing started. We already over a year headed into two. So they about to, hey, we did. Like I said, we don't see this place going past 2022. We just don't see it.
Everything's already mobilized.
We'll be in the metaverse.
It's a metaverse.
Real shit. We'll be in the fucking metaverse. You can't go on. No flesh should be saved.
That's
He
right.
said the metaverse. He said
You be
you
in
be
the,
anything.
You be having a chip with the metaverse.
Transhumanism.
Juiced
Big
up.
with that.
Yeah.
You could be a giraffe.
You be juiced up, half Android. This place can't go on much longer, man.
Yep.
Homosexuality has already reached its peak. You know? If you speak against them, you're a demon. It's the other way around. They're not demons. If you speak against them, you're a demon.
That's
That's that cancer question. That
crazy.
cancer
Morally
question.
speaking, Jace, what the scriptures hold up with man, to talk against this or even go for it, you must have a really wicked spirit on you. That gotta go.
Look,
Huh? That's why the scripture says what? The whole head is sick, man.
the Lord gonna handle them niggas in the worst way. That's why you got these guys like Sean Miller need to stop playing. You know, this ain't no game. This ain't something you cheer on. And we
So
don't
that
need
ain't
we don't
what
need
you-
your commendment. We don't need you commending us and giving us congratulations and saying we're your favorite Israelite. We don't need that. We service. We're trying to get grace and mercy from the Lord. Hey, the scripture says, save yourselves. That you may be able to save your own souls. You playing games, then you better repent and really come into this thing. Oh, that's GMS is the best Israelite. This ain't no goddamn game, man. GMS is the best Israelite camp. You better repent.
That's why the scripture says what?
Even on his comment.
Go.
Even on his comment board after he said that, you had guys on his comment board saying, I won't believe it until they go head to head in the debate.
See, it's all a show.
It's like, really?
Yeah.
And then he
they
just
wanna
did,
show
he
it.
just put a video up today, my top 3 Israelite camps. So it's all a game, man. It's all a fucking game. Lord is not playing with you.
That's what the scripture says. Don't tempt the Lord thy power, man. Don't play with the Lord, man. You play stupid games. I say play stupid games, stupid projects.
The Lord's moving us out the way.
Yeah. Hey, like he said, hide thyself for a little while until the indignation of the Lord is past.
Yeah.
We trying to be like them Jakes in Egypt that had the blood upon the doorpost. Hearing all them screams outside. Apparitions was out there, all type of shit. Demons was running through. The angel of death, which was Yahweh Shai,
That's right.
running through. They was just in,
They were on work.
they was just in there spoon trembling. You trying to eat, you hear, you know, because it says the righteous will scarcely be saved. So, hey man, by the time the chariots come, we gonna be not seeing some shit.
Bro, it's going to be like the days of Egypt all over again.
Yeah, we
But
gonna.
worse is the scripture says 10 times worse than Egypt. Can you imagine? 10 times worse than Egypt. God damn.
Home in here screaming. Where you going to be? Where
Yeah,
you
all
at?
the time.
Wherever you
Where-
Well, you're going to hear screams. You're going to hear gunshots. You're going to hear people getting stabbed.
You can hear
Animals eating, chewing.
demons. You gonna hear
Demons, yeah, right,
Demons.
Yeah. You gonna see all type of shit.
That's it. No electricity, man. So
That's
when it
what-
gets dark, oh
We
man.
didn't speak. We there.
Hey, like I said, prime
say
example, like I said,
bro.
we go in the interstate or the ramp and turn off their lights, straight pitch black.
See that? No. See, that's the juggernaut. That's the juggernaut the Lord is going to play on them. And he can see, it's light work for the Lord. The Lord ain't even going to do much to fuck these people up. But when the lights go out, when the electricity and power, that's it. That's end all be all.
Well, let me tell you how. You can have somebody standing right in front of you
Not even see.
and not even see him now.
Yeah.
I remember them goggles that you showed me one time, man.
You can't tell because all
they
these
say-
lights on.
Like I say, but when you had that nightshade that you showed me, when you saw the difference, I was like, that's a game changer.
But I'm trying to get. I can step out with nothing and look, and you can have a dude standing in the shadow, and you never see him. That's what it's like now.
I remember when the lights used to go on in one of my old neighborhoods growing up, man, that shit used to be pitch black. You couldn't see shit. You couldn't see shit. You know?
People are gonna
You just gonna hear shit.
people are gonna, and you don't sleep on these Edomites because they got the
I
shit.
mean, they ready. They ready. They gonna be the main ones out here killing niggas.
They've been preparing for this shit.
They gonna be the ones out here killing, kidnapping niggas. Yeah, lynch mobs and shit. All that shit finna come back. Purge, baby. Hey, and you gonna have them freaky ass Jakes out too. That's prepared. They gonna be getting Edomites. It's gonna be all out madness out here. You know?
Once it happens, like I said, that's another. Like I said, once it happens, that's how you know that America can't go back. You know, I mean, that's when you know the Lord got destroyed the place.
And that's when women are gonna instantly become women. That same day. The first day the lights go, women are gonna instantly snap. It's gonna be like they got put in a time machine.
Switch.
Yeah.
Switch. It's gonna be like a switch.
And they're gonna become servants.
Yeah, but you know they don't remember people numbers no more.
Uh-huh.
Your phones are gonna be down. It ain't
With phones, they gonna work no.
right. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like you're gonna be able to call Ray Ray.
You can't look up the news, see what's going on.
Man,
Your creepy ass next door neighbor with the mold jello that he brought over when you first moved in.
who has a master key?
Yeah.
You stupid.
Hey Rachel, you lights out too?
Yeah,
He still.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He gonna bust them cheeks open.
yeah.
He gonna bust you upside your. Ah,
For real, for real.
don't do it, Ted. Please don't. Ah. He gonna have death in his eyes. Just, he gonna be hungry, drooling. He been waiting for this his whole life. This is time to shine. He been practicing for this his whole life.
And nobody's gonna stop him.
Nobody
Yeah,
gonna stop
nobody
him.
gonna stop
He gonna be so excited. Oh shit, it's really happening. Ah! And he gonna take it.
It's gonna be like
He gonna drag you back to his lair.
it's gonna be like the last American hero. You know, like when the guy shot somebody in the alley, and he waited for the cops, and he was like, "Yo, I just shot somebody," and the cops never came.
And it's like, it's free real estate out here.
Yeah.
No cops, no help. Your moms ain't gonna come. Your brothers ain't gonna come.
You ain't gonna know where to
friends-
go. You don't know your north, south, east, or west. You don't know.
Nope.
All that playing, how you say, I'm gonna be what's that? Oh yeah, the book of Eli, or I'm gonna be a hero. All that shit ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
Only men that's going to understand it is the men of the Lord.
That's right.
Because see, contrary with these people, we have faith that the angels are going to guide us, give us revelations, show us where to go, guide us. Miraculous things are going to happen for the Lord's elect. You just got to have faith in it. Because you can't make it out on your own. You ain't going to better make it. Even the people that think they're going to make it out on their own. Because even if you are the ultimate warrior that's been out here fucking everybody up, guess what? The nuke's going to hit your ass. So, I mean, it don't even matter at the end of the day.
So, like, even if you have weapons, and this goes back into what we were reading in the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 10, even if you have a handgun, a rifle, that ain't gonna do you no good once you run out of bullets.
Exactly.
Once you run out of bullets, you through.
Yeah.
Your rifle is nothing
Yeah.
but weight.
And then you can't carry your whole storage with you.
No.
Yeah, these people stockpiling on bullets. Your guns can only carry, and y'all not fucking 007. You gonna be flipping guns.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. It don't
Yeah.
work like that.
And what a lot of people don't understand is, let's say, for example, if you did stockpile guns in your home, what's to stop anyone from starting a fire to burn your shit down?
Exactly. Matter of fact, there's a clip It was a clip of a dude, I guess he got mad at the store owners or some shit. This nigga light him up, top, and threw it in the store. He didn't have to go in there and shoot no goddamn body. He just blew the get everything on fire. So that's a good point. There's so many ways the Lord can get you. You don't. You think you can protect yourself because the Lord is in control of life or death. He's controlling good and evil. If he say, I want this nigga to die at 4 p.m., he gonna send an angel down there and make sure your death get carried out at the sites where he wants it ready. Whether you was 007, Rambo, you in the house with war paint on, yeah, all right. Then you get clocked behind your head. You know, your son done turn on. Anything, the Lord done put a spirit on your son and turn on you. Hey, the scripture say that. Son should turn against father, mother, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna get crazy out here, man. The only people that are gonna make it is the elect. They're the only ones written to make it.
Yeah.
A lot of these people,
Police too. Police gonna be running. They gonna, because people got love for police. You gonna have the rapists that's getting with this first thing. Yeah, I'm about to rape. You gonna have the people that's against police. Yeah, I'm about to rape some police. Everybody that had something they wanted to get out of, this nigga probably was just harassed by police, seeing his friends get killed by police, family members get harassed. He kill police. He's just gonna go out on police work, kill police. You see that now. Niggas, you had one instance, a cop with someone in the cop car, nigga just walk by. You know? So that shit gonna be going on too. Police gonna just take off their uniform and quit.
shit, they quit
They
now.
quit now.
They quit now. They like,
Yeah, they quit now over the damn juice.
Yeah, shit, I ain't trying to
A
get
lot of
shot.
people
I'm
remember
leaving.
those cops too. How you say? Like I said, Tim Dixon remembers those cops. When they fucked them, they been waiting.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I remember y'all like they never what you did.
See, a lot of those cops, you know, they also take their vehicles home too.
Yep. You see that a lot too.
Damn. Oh yeah.
Idiots.
I seen that.
You got people in the neighborhood looking at you. Because everybody in the neighborhood knows. Everybody in the neighborhood knows who everybody is. We look. You know, so
Number
hey,
42.
yep. You can see cop cars driving, but it ain't gonna be cops in them shits.
Nope.
It's gonna be niggas.
Yeah.
You know, they done spray painted they gang on the side of the shit. We run the city. You wanna come past this border, you gotta come through us. They did that in Seattle when the
Roving gangs.
what was that shit? No, when the lockdown had happened, it was something between the Black Lives Matter protests and the Proud Boys. One of the groups had locked off part of the city. They barricaded and they was patrolling with guns and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't get past that. They was, that's our block.
Yeah, out there in Portland.
Yeah, you gonna have shit like that going on. Certain areas of the city. You down with us?
You still.
What you gonna do for us to get through?
Come.
You know, you want us to take care of you? What you gonna do for us? You know what I'm saying?
And a lot of people who think they live near a military base don't think they're gonna be safe. Those military bases are just gonna protect them.
Yeah.
Anything outside the military base, they're not gonna deal with.
Yeah. Because you got people that actually live on the military bases. You got they call it the military quarters, military bunkers. It's usually for people that's newly enlisted. But you got a lot of people that actually live on those bases, and you can't get on the base without a military ID. But even a lot of those are gonna be vacated. Yeah, a nigga gonna show up to work. Because when I used to work in the base, a lot of those guys, they cool, they regular niggas. But then they gonna be showing up to work. Check IDs. Everything is gonna be totally vacant, man. You gonna have niggas trapped in them gates on the base.
Yeah. So, being where we're at, there's a huge military influence here.
Yeah.
And
Every dog.
Yeah.
We got a base in Norfolk, base in Portsmouth, base in Chesapeake, base in Virginia Beach.
Yeah. Got special forces living out here.
All over the place.
So, I mean, it's real deep in the military here.
Yeah.
But this place is even going to be a hell of a
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people
I can see
actually think
martial
they're
law
going
being
to
instituted here. Shit. I can see martial law being instituted here.
Oh, yeah, big time. But a
Especially
lot of people
tolls,
think
but
they're
a lot
going
of
to fall
tolls
back on the
everywhere.
military.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep. Military ain't gonna be with you. The military gonna be a lot of the ones that's doing the shit.
Yeah.
They gonna be nuts too.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, a lot of the military is quitting over the damn
Yeah.
so they gonna be mad. It's a boiling pot of shit that's about to boil over, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's stressed, everybody mad, everybody anxious. People really just ready to start killing shit.
Yep.
But society is still up and stable, so you can't really do shit yet. But once everybody finds out everything's haywire, they have a saying, only the strong will survive.
We're gonna be strong in Yahweh.
We're gonna be strong in Yahweh, we're gonna be strong in the Lord. But that's it. That's our strength. That's our horn. That's our horn of salvation. You know? And the people that think they're strong, they're gonna find out that they're really weak, because even the prophecy states that the men are gonna be holding their loins. They're gonna be crying like women in that day. Because the Lord knows how to get you, and He's in control of everything. He knows you. He created you. Every Edomite, every Moab, He created you. He created the wicked. He created the good. He created the light. He created the darkness. He created the left hand side evil. He created the right hand side evil. He created truth. He created lies. He created it all.
Yep. The Lord knows your fear, man. So,
Can I bring out verse 3 out?
You think you're gonna escape judgment? You better watch Final Destination.
Watch that when I get home.
Nigga escaped something falling on a phone, go in the tub, radio falling. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Final Destination, baby. When it was your time to go, you couldn't.
The funny shit is you saw an engine.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm coming.
When it was your name on that list to go, it was nothing you could stop. And that person under you would not die before you. You were next. You might have escaped the car. Hit you. Oh, I escaped it. Thought he was gonna get me. The nigga come and go. You know, that's how it goes.
And the crazy thing is you can escape that and will not repent.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, ain't none of them niggas repenting and Final Destination.
No. Like, oh, whoever, you know, I praise. But when all this calamity happens, Jake will still not repent. They still won't realize that the Lord.
That's spiritual.
They still won't realize that it's the Lord doing it to them, and they won't repent. You gotta have the name. Jake don't even know the name.
Exactly.
Can I bring up?
Yeah, you can't even repent without the name. Go ahead.
The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 2 and verse 10. Salakia. The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 3. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. I mean, we walking in the flesh, you know, because we live our day-to-day lives, but our work is spiritual. You know, everything that we try to do is through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, in order so that we can receive the reward in the end. You know?
Yeah. Put in the store stuff.
Yeah.
you're funny.
Looking like a kung fu master.
Yeah, like, come on, man. What's going on?
Nah, but we don't war it after the flesh, you know, because when Jacob's trouble happens, when you war after the flesh, you're gonna want to eat all the time when you can't eat all the time. You know, you're gonna have to stay spiritual. You know, the Lord said, "Care not for your raiment, your food." And what else you say? Cannot.
Oh,
For what you
man,
put
let's
on.
go. Because at the end of the day, that you'll be choosing death. Hey, if these bodies gotta wither away, we're gonna get new bodies.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck? I'm hungry. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? If you at the point where you feel like you're about to die, dude. You know, I don't want to call you a brother. You a brother, you feel like, give up the spirit. If that's your lot to go, we know a lot of brothers ain't gonna taste death. But if it's your time to go, you go. Don't be loving your life to the point where you feel like you holding on to something here in Babylon. Like you missing something out in Babylon. You gonna get a new body, you gonna get a new life. This ain't the first time
Oh,
you
it's about
lived.
1 Timothy 6 and 8.
We've lived in many ages, man. Which is eon in the Greek.
Right, let it be content.
Nah,
No, he's talking about he has clothed. Matthew chapter 6, starting verse 25. Yeah, Yeah, don't be taking concern of this weak ass life we got here, man. It's good to say that we love not our lives to the death. So if you gotta die for the Lord, die for the Lord. You're gonna be at rest. And then you're gonna come back in the chariots.
Is that a verse 25?
That's if it's your Lord. Yeah, verse 25. Unless you see something further. We're gonna wrap it up on that.
I'll get that 25. Right? The book of Matthew, chapter 6, and verse 25. Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink.
What am I eat? Even there. I don't know what you ain't in control of that. You think you are.
Right.
You think you went to the store and bought a pack of noodles. Really, you didn't do that. That was the Lord. And it's hard for Jake to grasp that. Yeah, I went to the store, I did this. Really, you didn't. It was the Lord that made you do that. You know? You ate because the Lord allowed you to eat. That's the mindset you got to get in. You're doing what the Lord allows you to do, what's written for you to do. You have no control over it. The Lord don't want you to eat, you ain't gonna eat. I don't give a damn, you got a house full of food. How many people done died in their sleep with a house full of food? You know? Go ahead on.
Nor yet for your body, what ye shall put on. Is it not life more than meat, and the body than raiment?
And that's what we were talking about earlier. What is life? Life is more than just this bed, a closet full of food, a house full of food. How many good meals have you had? We had many, yeah, man. But the few that we did have, okay, wow, it was good food. Did it bring you some fulfillment that you can't? It didn't give you no life. This word gives you life. And as long as you got the word, you're fulfilled. Whether you had real food, you know, whether you're able to clothe yourself, as long as you got the word, you'll always be all right.
Behold, the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them.
And you see that every day. That's proof of the Lord right there. Not only that, he allows them to wash.
Yeah.
You'll see when it rains, big puddles will be in the street. You see a whole flock of birds come and just wash themselves in the water. Mm-hmm. Even they get baths. That's heavy, man.
Yeah.
And they'll just be washing, flapping their wings, washing, taking it, getting clean. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Are ye not much better than they? For which of you, by taking thought, can add 1 cubit to his stature?
Yeah, since you still got so much control over your life, grow, nigga. We all want to be bigger and stronger and taller. Make your penis grow. We all want that long, you know, that 10-inch ramble bit, you know, because hey, the elders go to that. You supposed to, when you have sex with a woman, you supposed to. Yeah, you supposed to, she supposed to feel that. She supposed to like, yeah, my Lord, right? We'll make your shit grow. You in charge of your shit. Make yourself taller, make yourself stronger. Not by weights, no, just do it. Yeah. You ain't got that power. Because you ain't in control of that. When you was born, you didn't decide how tall you was going to be, how big you was going to be, right? The Lord was in control of that. A lot of you got a little dick syndrome because maybe in your past life you was out of control. And the Lord said, look, this time around, you ain't going to have that. You know what I'm saying? The Lord in control of all that, man. Your libido, right? That's heavy though. Go ahead, this nigga go over there. Go ahead.
And why take ye thought for your raiment? Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They toil not, neither do they spin. And yet I say unto you, that even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. Wherefore, I, Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, so clothe the grass of the field, which is today is.
Yeah, the grass in the wintertime, the grass goes away. But in the springtime, it blooms on back on up. You know what I'm saying? You thought I was gone, nigga? Surprise! I'm back. And you see that image of how grass happy, how happy grass looks. The actual cells of grass. It's nothing but smiley faces. You know, it's life and everything. I mean, the Lord is happy, man. See, it's all about realizing that you do not have control. Let be and let the Lord. And that's why that movie, The Book of Eli, is so good, because he couldn't see physically, but he could see better than anyone spiritually. And he didn't matter if he could see physically, because he just allowed he understood, okay, I'm blind, but I'm not in control of that shit anyway. So if I die, it's of the Lord. So he will just fight things. If I die, it's of the Lord. And he fucking niggas up. That's really what it is. He said, I got faith in the Lord. It wasn't that he could see, he couldn't see. So how was he able to cut niggas up? Because it was bullets. Because who was wielding the sword at the end of the day? The Lord.
Watch that tonight too.
Go ahead.
Shall he not much more clothe you, O ye of little faith? Therefore take no thought, saying, what shall we eat? What shall we drink? Or withal shall we be clothed?
Yeah.
For all these things do the Gentiles seek.
Yeah.
For your heavenly Father knoweth that ye need of all these things.
So you ain't telling the Lord nothing that he don't already know. That's why a lot of times when you pray, you really should talk to the Lord, because when you pray and ask for things, he already knows that you're going to ask. So it's kind of like, it's not a waste of your time, because he still wants you to ask you. Take the time out to ask for it. Don't just say, oh, the Lord knows what I want, so I ain't got to pray for it. No, not like that. Still ask for what you want. But actually talk to him too. You know what I'm saying? Which I got to get better at that too, but we all got to, we all can be better in certain areas, but when you pray, talk to the Lord, because he already knows what you want. It's up to him if he's going to give it to you at all, or what time he's going to give it to you. He may give it to you at a time where you really will benefit from having it, not when you think you need it. A lot of brothers will pray for a woman, Lord, send me a righteous woman, but a woman to be your downfall right now. Lord will give you a woman when he thinks it adds to your benefit as a man, your journey in this truth. Or he may not give you a woman at all because it doesn't benefit you at all in this journey that you're upon. You know?
Also take the woman away from you.
Yeah. You know, so it's all about what the Lord wants at the end of the day. You can pray and ask for whatever you want, but if the Lord don't want you to have it, you ain't gonna have it. And you gotta be okay with that. You gotta accept that. Okay, the Lord don't want me to have this. There's gotta be a reason for that, because he said, if I'm serving him, he loves me, and everything's for my betterment, then I gotta understand that even though I feel like I want it and it'll make me feel good, the Lord knows the better outcome. So let me be okay with not having it. Because he knows more than you. He knows the final outcome, or the scriptures tell us, it's our Lord's pleasure to give us the kingdom.
Yeah.
So if we don't have something, it's because the Lord don't want us to have it right now. That's all it is. Be okay with that. Don't try to, oh Lord, be okay with that.
I noticed, like I said,
be content.
Like I said, I noticed I'm out. Just I say I noticed things that I wanted, but when I look back at it, I'm glad I didn't get that, at that particular time, or else I say I wouldn't have this or that,
Yeah,
So, like I said, we should really, like I said, when you actually think about it, realize like there's a reason why, like I said, there's a reason why that happened.
Yeah.
I said the Lord does that. I said let the Lord knows our weaknesses and our strengths. I said the Lord knows fucking tempt us, man, and be us a strength, man.
Because he would give, the scriptures tell you a wicked woman is given to a wicked man. He might give you something. He might give you riches. He might give you a woman to destroy you. You look at these niggas in the world, they got all this vanity shit, and it destroys them. So a lot of shit that you pray for, you really do not do it. And it doesn't matter. Think about how much better we are as men from the stuff that we don't have, distracting us and bringing us down. We're able to focus more on the Lord, the truth, and us as a man. That's a gift, actually, that a lot of this stuff that we don't have. Yeah, the woman will please you in the flesh, but how much other shit will she do to take you away from your task at becoming a man of the Lord?
Kind of, if I could say this, or what you just said, a lot of brothers, I can't speak for a lot of brothers, but a lot of people may have a problem with the flesh with dealing with women. and the Lord can actually take that away from you, you know, to get yourself in order.
Yep, yep. So you can overcome that demon.
Right.
To overcome that weakness. Because a lot of times you can't overcome the weakness if it's steady in front of you. You know, he'll take it away so you can overcome it. Now you know how to do without it. So when it comes back in front of you, you ain't so goddamn in need of it.
Tell me about it.
You know? So the Lord is beautiful, man,
No
the way he
joke.
does things, man.
I mean, it's a lot.
No, you're good. The Lord is beautiful in the ways, man. But hey, we pushing 3 hours. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up.
Yeah, that's
Because,
good.
you know, if we want to, we be out here all night. You know, we want to give all praise to the Lord.
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Kakwadash.
The bonus to the elder apostles of great millstone and men who learn the true flow. Shalom to the whole full of the nation of Israel. Kwam Yasharallah.
Kwam
Yasharallah.
Wolf Lubba Ball.
Wolf Lubba Ball.
Shalom.
Shalom.